Aha, we are live. I
Ooh,
assume.
it's a thing
We
set
have.
up.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't think that
Must be
boosted
Neil
that.
No.
We're apparently
That
starting
could just
soon.
be in. Yeah, that could also be a Neil side though.
yeah.
That's fair. Someone else been having internet problems over the week?
Yeah, I had
I
an
wouldn't know.
engineer connect
Yeah.
today.
Internet problems? No. Discord problems? Yes.
So, in as much
my
as I've been in
internet-
3 different cities over the past week.
Also, I've been
Oh, yeah.
horribly ill for the past for the entirety of the year so far. I've been asleep for
Oh.
most of it.
Yeah, I've currently got like a cold thing.
I don't know what's up for me. I've just been absolutely like mind-brokenly exhausted and just sleeping about 16 hours a day because of it. I'm feeling a lot better today, so
This
I'll
is
take
good.
I'll take that. Whatever was up
Nice
with
to-
me, I've mostly fought it off. It seems.
Whereas mine just my sleeping pattern's destroyed, and I'm going to bed at like 4 o'clock.
My sleeping pattern was
Okay.
destroyed because
That would
of
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
I've been playing Pokemon as well because I got a Switch over Christmas.
Nice.
So playing Pokemon Scarlet. I have had. It's been entertaining since I've had no shinies ever, having played Pokemon. In any game, I've never gotten a single shiny. I'm currently on, I think, my 18th in Scarlet Violet.
Wow.
I've had it
Cool.
for 2 weeks. Everyone's going, how are you managing this?
Give him all the
Making up for
shinies.
lost time.
He's never had a shiny. Give him them all.
We're all going.
addicted.
Go.
By point
Gotta
of,
catch them all.
I think by technicality, it's going through law of statistical averages. I've never got a shiny despite being massively over the amount of shinies I should ever have had. So they're all happening all at once.
Give him all the
Now he's
shinies.
gonna be overloaded with all the shinies.
I literally was just walking in an area to level up a Pokemon that required you to like walk around with it, and I just found a shiny Rolls. Just there. It's like, okay, this is a rare spawn in this area, and it's just shiny. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll take that. Everyone done the level up, by the way?
Yes.
Yep.
Because yes, to the public, we have levels. We got a level up for Christmas.
We have levels. I hope we have levels, or we'd be fucking screwed.
Yes.
That'll be on his level. Oh, that reminds me. I should go preload the dragon stat block for no reason.
Yeah.
They're in the other
Yes.
one, that's fine. They definitely
No
don't have
reason at
wider
all.
terrains. I
Territory.
forgot the word. Territories, that's what I was looking for.
Wider terrain. That is wrong. I don't know what word you're aiming for there, but it's not that one.
Yeah, they definitely don't have wider territories than just the nest.
Mm.
Yeah, that one it
There's
might
no,
have
like, there's tears and rends
Yeah, but-
everywhere.
that one has wider territories in dimensions.
Mm.
It's fine. I'm here now
Mm-hmm.
because I woke up and you all apparently just were in the room with me, which I didn't realize.
Yes, and suddenly everyone else got older. As it happens.
Mhm. Some of the Yetis that you knew are just
Just
dead.
aged very rapidly.
Yes,
like-
some of them are ash.
Some of them are dead. Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of them are dead.
Oh,
A lot of them are dead. The one I armed is now apparently a villain.
mm-hmm. Maybe.
I mean, it's definitely the
Yeah.
same one.
A capitalist, at least.
Yeah. At least not very nice to his own people.
Yeah, it's a villain. He doesn't have to be a particularly bad villain to be a villain. It's a very low bar.
That's TR saying he may be late 'cause he's stuck on the phone.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
That is fair. And we just lost the GM.
The GM
Is that
been
who,
freed from the.
Oh, we
Cattle
just-
For
Rock.
free.
Right, that's a problem. No, we haven't started
Yeah,
yet.
especially-
The GM's already gone. They were saying they had internet issues, to be fair.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Oh no, they've been summoned back to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, nothing up and all your way. We definitely didn't all level up again.
Yeah.
We're not
Never mind,
level.
what just happened there?
It's not like we've time
16.
skipped.
I'm assuming like the server might have just blipped and it took you out because it's been blipping for like various people. Not this particular server, but a bunch of servers I've been in. They've just been blipping for a
this
couple of
server.
seconds for people.
I'd hope the server's not blipping.
No, I think it was my internet because all the Twitch streams also went down.
Probably though.
Weird. All right, shall we get going? We're got 30 seconds on the clock. DR can slot in when they get here since they're apparently stuck on a phone.
Mhm.
I don't know why they're stuck on phone.
Stuck on phone. They're tied to a giant phone and can't
a-
get away from it.
It
Yeah.
was a nasty super glue accident.
Yes, accident.
He was trying to make it more glittery and Christmassy and forgot that it hadn't dried yet.
Christmassy, it's January. And
Yeah,
Chris is
that's
gone
why
again.
it's been so long.
We must Chris again. Yeah.
Oh.
Damn it.
Okay, we're gonna have some.
This is going to be
Problems.
an interesting session, is all
Yeah.
I'm going so far.
Yeah.
This is a good start.
It's going to be even more interesting than it was already.
Oh,
gonna be.
I have an idea.
What?
Chris,
Sorry.
I've got an idea. Close
Welcome
down like the stream and a bunch of things. It might be a like thing with your
Bandwidth issue.
your internet might be having a bandwidth issue and might not be able to put up too much stuff. So just get the minimums and see if it works.
Supposed to be having a bandwidth issue. This is why I pay extra. I go complain to my provider. What the hell am I paying for?
You're paying for
All
the
right,
inconvenience.
Let's get rid of all these. Cool. One of you guys is keeping an eye out for spammers on Twitch because I'm closing it all down.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Most of you
So-
have more permission. That's fine.
Yeah, we're all mods.
So, I'm not, but I'll tell you if I see one.
You'll point them out.
Unless you gave me one without me noticing.
Ali, you're the spotter. If all else fails, you're a spotter.
I think I did.
Yeah,
So,
watch out for
five-
that sheep beard dude.
Yeah. So we should arm Sheepbeard with a sword then.
Nah, I don't trust them.
No, I'm sheep here with with a sheep. Let's just give him another sheep.
No, we'll just arm him with a shotgun. We just say that
No.
it's a very weird shotgun. It looks like a sword.
No, you don't need a shotgun. Haven't you heard the saying? You don't need a shotgun. You need a donkey.
Okay.
No.
What?
It's actually a
Donkey.
thing.
No.
It's a thing of like keeping like wild animals away from sheep. Is like you could buy a shotgun, or you could get a donkey because the donkey's gonna kill anything that tries to go near any other livestock because they really hate predatory animals and are really aggressive towards them.
Get a dog then instead of a shotgun.
No, get a donkey because the donkey will
Alright,
kill the dog.
Shall we get going?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's have a look. Let's throw you all on. We'll put you on the village 'cause that's where we last ended up. Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Alterra. Episode, I don't know, I think we're
86. I had to check my VoDs because I got it wrong originally. I went, wait a minute. Okay, there's 2 more episodes.
Because we're on to Temporal Shenanigans Part 7, we are now on the Runes of Bastion to keep the number count low.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. We literally was saying we're gonna be on part like 28 of this.
It's fine. It's just technically 3 distinct arcs. You leveled up, so that counts as a transition.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, you're going to a different rune this time. So, as you may have heard, all the players got a level up for Christmas / the New Year because the DM underestimated how long it would take us to do all these arcs. But hey, we've all been having fun, so what the hell?
I
We've
absolutely
totally not
didn't.
been in Bastion for a year.
Yeah, we have been in
Oh,
Bastion.
has it been a year?
It's a nice place.
We have been here a while. It was literally like, oh, that's optimistic. We said we get the level we go to space.
Well, in my
could've-
defense, we kept doing stuff, and the plot kept evolving, and
It's fun.
there were some really cool arcs in Bastion.
Yeah, there really
Yeah.
is.
It's because I looked on Discord the other day and you posted like the main place where we had the ship, Shadow Cove. You posted that about January last year, so
We have actually been in for a year. Actually, yeah, because we did. We got the island for like in December, right? Yeah, it was actually like Christmas because we had the Christmas break,
yeah,
and that
there
was
was
the
the whole-
time skip of us getting into Bastion.
Yeah.
There was the whole passing by the celestial expert going, "Oh, we can stop by there on the way back."
Yeah,
Over a year ago.
over a year ago.
And hey, you don't need to anymore. You now know
No,
what's up
no,
with
sure.
the egg.
Mhm.
Sandbox campaigns. Always a different way you can go about doing stuff.
Yeah.
So, previously you were at the Yetis. You managed to all be reunited via some weird time shenanigans in which Alvina seems to have traveled to the future via their meditation.
I slept for 40 years.
And for 40 years without anybody noticing you.
Yeah, you still
Weirdly
the same
enough, they don't appear to have aged.
At all. I've gotten weirder though.
Definitely gone weirder.
When did you get
Can we just do that as they're waking up to find you? You've already done your level up.
Yeah.
They just find... So, describe to players what they now see as they wake up and find Alvina, who was not there when they went to sleep, now meditating in their room.
Well, so Alvina mostly looks the same, though she does now have notably sharper teeth. Hilariously, including fangs. Not a vampire. Got a nice, very little pair of horns on her head, and she now has scales on various parts of her body.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Took a level in Tiefling.
No, I took a level of chiefly.
That's a new one.
Interesting.
Did you take a nap with one of your dragons for too long?
Hmm? What do you mean?
Shane buffs up a bit of my armor and goes, "Look."
They look perfectly fine to me.
You always had horns and sharper teeth than most carnivorous species.
You know, don't think I ever thought about it. Maybe.
I know you have a ravenous appetite, but I always remember you having more normal teeth.
Really? I'm just gonna put a thumb to like her fangs. Like, oh, they're a bit sharp, but not too bad.
You're normally less scaly as well.
I mean, Lou's got. You're starting.
No,
looking a
we
bit
also
like
have to
Miss-
remember, Lou, none of you can hear Lou but the point.
Yeah, remember Lou's
Yeah.
not here. Lou doesn't have a body. Remember?
We should do
Currently,
something
they are
about that.
disembodied voice in the point's head.
Did I get told about this bit, or do I know? That
Oh,
Lou's not here?
I don't know if the others told you or not. Actually,
You would have been told as you were camping down for the night, and you guys actually had time to update each other. Because assume you share meta knowledge while
Yeah.
resting, especially
Well-
important knowledge about where Lou is.
What? Why is Lou now inhabiting your body? Was probably one of the last things that was asked at the point as he went to bed.
The point people just shrugs, go. They got themselves trapped in. Oh, I'm wearing the puzzle box around my neck because, of course, I am.
yeah, of course you are, Yugi.
Yeah. Just somehow they got trapped in this. I solved it. They're now in my head. Don't mess with anything while you're in there, by the way, Lou.
Why would I do that?
I think that's the point that he.
Yes, I would have
went
spent the
bad.
rest playing with the puzzle box, trying to work out how to get Lou out of it.
At that point, he would have went to bed and then woke.
And I was like, you know what? I'm dealing with this in the morning. And then Alvina looks like that.
Alvina, who wasn't here before.
Yeah.
I think even you give Lou a run for the money with the sharp teeth.
She's got very sharp teeth. When she grins, it looks like a shark.
Ooh.
But
quite that.
yes,
Did you
the
become part druid or something?
Not to my knowledge. Become part druid.
the point you glean maybe like one or two details. You have figured out from inside while you were exploring how to at will basically switch between you and Lou inhabiting the body.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna assume that I don't need to worry about you two overriding each other, and you can all play nicely for this mechanic. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Don't-
only when it's
Don't turn the point into a mass murderer, Lou.
Roleplay relevant moments only.
Yes.
But during combat, you can now switch out
Body
and
goes crazy.
you can now switch between who is mainly possessing body. By default, it is the point because it is their body.
It's the
But
point.
at any point, you enter a duel. I mean, a combat. Lou can cohabit the body with you on their turn.
Oh,
So-
there's a thing. Would Lou now know what the point actually is?
I think-
He was never around to find out originally that the point's not a dwarf.
And I don't think the point knows the point isn't a dwarf. So
Yeah, like physically, it's not that different. Like it's not. It's also not like you've ever been a dwarf either to know
Yeah,
what it
to
feels
be
like.
fair.
yes, I have done celestial form while you were here.
Yeah,
so-
that's
while
just
you were inside.
that's just a thing.
But your celestial form is also technically connected to your soul, which is why Lou doesn't have access to it while in your body because they only have their own abilities.
Does beg the question of what happens if I'm flying using that and then Lou takes over.
Brace.
That's when shit gets interesting.
Brace for impact. Is what I'm
Well,
gonna
this
go.
is why I say you cohabit the body,
Yeah.
so you can have effects simultaneously active.
Point. You can have the
Okay.
right side. Lou, you can have the left side.
But Lou is
That's my
not
good
able
side.
to activate the effect for you. Only you can activate and maintain it with your own soul. But other than that, the pyramid itself is still a mystery. There's thousands of rooms in there, all of their own little mini games and things about it. It also isn't a arcane creation. You've yet to find any form of arcanite built into it. This is a creation purely of the divine conjuration. And you are pretty sure you're going to need to reach out to probably someone who has more specialties. If you can find Gambit, who seems to have originally created this by your best guess,
So
that would be ideal.
Seems
we have
very
to reach
gambit.
out to the celestial expert, Dr. Doominspire.
Hey, we do have another reason to go to
Finally.
my Dr. Doom. We're
Other
really
than that, you
reaching.
can
at this point.
continue to explore it at your own risk whenever you do have downtime. Other than that, as you all wake up and you come reacquainted with what you believe to be Alvina, since none of you all rolled insight and were fairly sure they weren't a doppelganger.
I'm still sus,
Lou
but
was
trusting for now.
definitely
The fact that they look slightly different is a little concerning to you.
Yep, and has gained fangs when you know vampires are a thing. It'll be fine.
It's Alvina shaped. It isn't trying to actively kill us. That's good enough for now.
They seem to have all of Alvina's weapons, so either somehow they killed Alvina and took their shit, which seems more unlikely than them being a vampire or a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is legitimately Alvina. As you all come to and gather up your supplies, would you like to do anything before you depart the village? Everyone will obviously, there's no resistance to you leaving. You can come and go as you like, but you can say your goodbyes if you want. You can ask any questions that you want, and then we can move on to the next map.
Why are you so
Would
much
anybody like to do
older?
anything? Are you just asking like random people this?
Yes, pretty much. People that I saw like the
I'm
previous
old.
day who were like 40 years younger.
And also, Alvina, you come to discover the fate of the village and the fact that half the people you met are now dead.
No!
Is anyone else doing anything mechanically?
I like them.
Uh,
Having mild trauma happening.
I would probably be, along with Alvina, in conversations with the villagers and probably the elder.
Spirit, you don't have to leave it straight away. You're on your own time. There's no rush, as far as you're aware. At least there's nothing pressuring you right now. So you can spend a couple hours saying goodbye, eventually get all your stuff together, and then we can head out. Do we all still want to go over to Shadow Cove?
I believe that is the aim.
Yep.
I could not remember where we were aiming to go, so it's like, Shadow Cove, that sounds right.
I believe you were going there to check out one or two things, one of which being the ship to see if it's still there and what's actually happened. Are you using a vehicle to get there? Remind me, does it cost a spell slot to cast Find Vehicle?
Believe it
Yes.
does. Don't think it's ritual.
Trying to think if Gwent would cast a spell. We'll leave it nebulous for now. It mostly determines how many random encounter checks you do while traveling there. More importantly, how are you locating Shadow Cove in this giant twisting labyrinth of a mountain? Are you using any sort of spells to help guide you? Are you mostly going on your vague sense of direction within the mountain of where you believe it could be? It's not like you have a map of the like networks of caves.
Mm.
Do you have any method you'd like to employ to find your way there?
Well, Gwent knows the route by foot from the main city.
Yeah, specifically from Nest, yeah.
So if I can find my way back to roughly the area of the main city, we might be able to gauge it from there.
Yeah,
Okay.
if we get near Nest and find a rail tunnel that hasn't been blown up,
We can probably figure it out from there.
They're all pretty much covered in lava. There might be one or two blockers, which will probably be part of the random encounter rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So you deliberately want to go to Nest, kind of backtracking the way you did coming from the village.
Yeah.
In that case, make me a
Survival?
yeah, whoever's got the highest survival, make me a survival check to track your way back through to Nest to make sure you still kind of remember the way. Luckily, it still quite fresh, so it's not going to be that high DC, but it is still kind of twisty turny on your way back.
Yeah. I've got
+7.
I have some of the map.
I think it's Lou. You have a +7
I've only got
survival?
+4.
I've got
Damn.
Level
it's definitely not me.
That's fair. Have advantage from Zormir's mapping of the area too. It will at least provide some help.
Then yeah, I think
First roll of the new year.
24.
24.
Good start. Very appropriate actual start. Just straight away.
Okay, you guys have no
Just
problem
reverse
tracking
here.
your way back to Nest. Let's go back to destroyed. No, come on, go back to destroyed Nest. There we go. Alrighty, you got. We'll put you up there. Get rid of all of that. That's fine. You guys make your way back to the destroyed Nest, coming effectively south through the mountains. I think only Zormir hasn't actually been here. So Zormir, this is your first time as you're driving up in potentially one of your vehicles. Well, actually, yeah, that's a good point. You know what? Gwen isn't here to stop me. I'm using one of their spell slots for vehicle. So
NPC ability, someone went Bill.
someone Gwen will. So I'm only gonna make you do. How many hexes of that? Well, we'll only do one random encounter check. Zormir, roll me a d6. I also need to bring up the random encounter table. Where are you?
Immediate rolls of 6. Oh,
It's actually a 1
close.
you want to avoid. 1 is encounter.
Fair. You
Don't
rolled a
prove
5.
it failed, but that's fine. Let's use. Where's my mountainside one? Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, Alvina's marveling on the way back that she did actually manage to find the correct village. She was convinced she found a different one.
But 5 you don't encounter anything that would block your passage as you make your way into the Nest. Zormir, this is your first time seeing the extent of the devastation of Nest. The lava's pouring through what were once the railway valleys. The massive explosions that pockmarked the city, and the massive shadowy veil that has cloaked and encompassed where the headquarters used to be. How does this strike Zormir as you pull up and glance across the destruction of the city?
Oh, what the hell happened here? And
Well,
is
that's
that-
kind of what we're here to work out.
An
and is that
element,
some kind of
an
failsafe on the
an
headquarters?
an elemental forge, something like that. I can't remember. Alvina would remember because it was the previous day. I think she got told. Blew up.
It was 40 years ago.
Yeah. So the fire giants created a mining outpost in the mountains to expand for some more rare minerals, because they pretty much depleted a lot of the rare minerals where they're from during the height of their war with the Grove, and the Grove ended up effectively semi-nuking. It wasn't quite that big an explosion. Nuking the outpost, which caused a bunch of radiation and lava flows to erupt and effectively doused the rest of the mountainside.
Yeah. Ironcore Outpost.
Basically reactivated some dormant volcanoes.
Yeah, well, I've got it. Ironcore Outpost destroyed by Celestials caused mutant monsters. Lava is from there. His note. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but this place was evacuated like a week after we left.
Yeah.
So it was probably
So-
before that.
So that's why the lava's there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and from Alvina, I'm pretty sure did gleam from the level of the lava that it was at least a couple years after the evacuation had already happened.
Yes.
So, nuking Celestials probably a failsafe by Darkseid for the headquarters.
One of the many failsafes.
That's what I think, yes. I reckon they took the actual headquarters elsewhere.
Yeah, because it's a
Where?
shadow illusion.
Yes.
And why? I don't know.
It's a shadow illusion thing.
To keep the rebellion going.
I mean,
I mean, why now? What caused them to do the evacuation?
yeah, we're kind of figuring out why to get them to not just stay there. Considering the explosion happened a lot later with all this
Well,
lava.
told me about your jumping back and forth. No doubt.
Yes.
In your recap. Probably because you warned them? Somehow with this shenanigans you're saying about going back and forth in time?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
No.
Did you say anything yet,
It
Point?
is an interesting
No.
point that Zormir hasn't jumped back in time yet.
Mm.
I mean,
They're like,
No,
they're
it's-
like, they're like Lou. Lou's a fixed point in time.
We're-
Zorma is also a fixed
Yeah.
point in time.
Have I told you about Ted yet?
Oh yeah, Ted.
Don't think so. But remember, Lou
Briefly.
also made a sort of warning.
Did you?
Well,
Lou also said
Yes.
one.
Oh, that reminds me. When we get back to the past, we might need to pay reparations.
what did you do?
For-
So you know when we're getting chased by the dragon and I kept blinking out?
No, but I'm sure they do.
Yeah, point. You know what I was pointing at? Do you remember what I was doing then?
Breaking things, I would guess.
I kinda cut through someone's house. And a garden centre.
Well, that
Okay.
Early garden center.
And I think a street.
Let's-
I did a few bits and pieces. Oh, I destroyed Norman's cellar.
Okay, let's worry about
oh no, what a shame.
let's worry about that when we get back.
Yes.
But
Giving you advanced warning so it's not a surprise.
I'm already working on stuff to try and get Norman a little less.
Anyway,
towards us.
We.
I mean,
Gwen,
we're here because the pillar of bad jokes, sorry. I begged him a week in our future, but in the past, to save us, and he saved us by sending us here to stop. They didn't evacuate because we warned them just now, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I think it was the Nagpas.
Probably. We were figuring that it was the Nagpas because there were lots of explosive devices kind of placed around and the wreckage.
I think the explosive devices were the failsafe.
I mean, no, we were figuring that one of the explosive devices that was the shadow was the failsafe. The ones in all the train stations might not have been because the Nagpas were messing around in the train train rails.
True. It was like in order to get to the amount of Arcanite to be required would require it to be a
Lot.
massive conspiracy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or-
the stuff that
Or the people who are already here.
in the research center.
I think we went
Yes.
about that much would do it.
Uh,
But it might not be that stuff. It might be somewhere else.
Oh, so I can only theorize that the main reason I haven't been jumping like you is you lot because there's probably more temporal energy here with all these tears.
Oh, and the dragon.
Oh yeah, there's a time dragon.
And the
here.
dragon.
It's fine.
Just in case we hadn't told
Oh yeah,
Zormet
in
about
case,
the dragon yet.
there was a dragon.
Okay. And
There
you
will
didn't
be
try
a
to-
dragon.
And you didn't try to capture or ride or... I'm surprised. Some restraint from you, Alvina.
Look, I know dragons. And I know dragons when they've turned completely insane.
Good.
Just
That
eyes
one-
Alvina's new look.
That one didn't have a brain anymore. She taps the side of her head.
Okay.
All right, the loading screen has finished.
Yeah.
I was watching that and giggling.
It's like Uber.
And luckily for Zormir, they'll never get to meet the dragon because the DM kept rolling 6s on summoning the dragon. You finally reach the railway system that you used to get from Shadow Cove to here, and that presumably works in reverse as well. It is entirely flooded with lava. There's obviously some like air above it. It's a river that flows through. How do you want to traverse the lava river?
Preferably not on fire.
Yeah, he's like, so how are you all getting through?
No, this is like an hour by train. Assume if you were walking it or dancing through lava for it, it's gonna
Yeah.
take you a week to get there.
Oh yeah, she's very aware of this. But she's like, well, I can get through. It'll take a while, but I can get through. No idea how you're all gonna get through, though. So we got a plan? I'd rather not take a week.
I'm
In
supposing...
theory, I'll let you guys discuss first, and then I can throw in my backup plan.
Yeah. Do you reckon there are maintenance tunnels that aren't under
N-
lava?
No.
Well,
Probably
I'm
not.
assuming the alterations to the car were still similar to traverse our way back here,
Yeah, but...
What do you mean?
as in the spider car.
Can we make it spider car? Yeah.
I don't think there's enough room for the spider car between that and the lava.
I mean, to be fair, the spider car, I'm pretty sure, has an ability that gives it, or we gave it an ability to stick to the wall temporarily. It's not like it has permanent spider climb on it.
Yeah, I think it was because it had the Drider in it.
Yeah, the Drider was using their web ability to stick to the wall temporarily. The backup plan is, in theory, Gwen can cast Find Vehicle at 5th level for an air vehicle to carry 10 medium creatures.
That's us.
Apparently, Gwen can just summon a goddamn...
Helicopter.
Helicopter!
Blimp.
Gwenticopter.
It's a blimp.
It's a blimp.
Zeppelin!
It's a Zeppelin!
Do I still have it?
Mm,
Here we go.
Unfortunately, it's not.
Oh god.
Can we say I spent my one for the first vehicle and then so we're not burning all of the
Yeah, we're not burning
But
all
all
of
of TR spell slots without them being here.
No,
Fair.
No?
burning all of them.
Oh no. I tried, TR. I tried.
We did try.
No heals for us then.
So we could get the helicopter. Which is probably a good plan.
Yeah. The Gwencopter.
Otherwise, we're probably trying to figure out how much metal around here can survive lava and making a boat. So this is the quicker option.
And I don't
Yes.
think I can upcast spider climb high enough level.
You're
get
not a
rid of
level 8. Oh, level spider climb. You're not a level 18 or so. So.
We're just gonna go with the Gwencopter for now. It's the most efficient plan. Plus I'm pretty sure it lasts forever anyway.
hours.
It lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, that's a while, yeah.
In theory, you could have just flown down. I just didn't know if Gwen would want to use one of their 5th levels, but we're going back. The DM will be merciful and give it back to them later if need be.
Mhm. It's fine. They
All
just
right.
gained a
So
second one.
as you fly through, Gwent's oddly configured pilot's chair sliding back, and as they get ready to fly through all of the caverns, Gwent has gone there before, so let's just Gwent's got a high survival, that's fine. Let's do a couple of checks first. Who did the first one? Zormir?
Zormir.
Zormir, right?
Albina's
What
definitely
was
keeping
that?
lookout. She
1,
likes
2,
flying.
3, 4. That's appropriate. All right, everyone else, roll me a d6. That isn't Zormir. Zormir already rolled.
D6.
Higher the better.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, I mean like a 6.
Yay! I was really happy hoping I got a 1. Everyone else got a 6 as well. Jesus. I was actually hoping for a 1. So.
Eventually, you guys come towards a blockade that requires you to take off a workaround route, flying through one of these smaller tunnels around to try and work your way back to the lava flow. Alvina, roll me a d20.
Yeah.
Let's see what you randomly encounter on your trip back to Shadow Cove.
Badger, mole,
Badger moles. Badger moles.
I thought it was badger
No, it was
goats.
badger goat.
Yeah,
was
that's
right,
what we're asking for, badger moles. The last one was badger goats. This one we want to be moles.
Of course.
That's terrifying.
Hey.
Badger moles are a thing.
P.
No, I'm thinking it's all about the gift now.
Oh, I hadn't seen it yet.
No, I was on about the badger moles.
Yeah, badger moles are a thing. They're from Avatar.
Mm.
Let's see if I can find it. There's got to be a picture. They're huge.
And is this an
gift's just
adult
interesting.
one?
They can
It's been possessed.
they can earthbend. I can't find a picture of a badger mole on GIFs. It's
Yeah.
just pictures of freaking upper.
Aim for
Freaking
top,
mold
man.
earth.
Oh, moment. I'll find. I'll Google one. Yeah, there's badger moles.
Let's see. MTO. What's MTO? Monsters off the.
That's a badger mole, Lou. For reference. Yes, that is a person on its
Alright.
back.
Is that Prince Lou?
I don't know.
What was that?
Or Prince Wu? No. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember that
Oh
particular.
wait, no, that's one of the ones from the Blind Bandit Champion Arena thing.
That's what it looks like. Yeah,
Ooh.
but
Yeah.
I don't remember a badger.
15. Yeah, that'll do.
15. Okay.
It's been long enough since I've DM'd that I can't remember what CRs we should be having.
What
That's good
level
or
are you?
not.
In Pathfinder,
Well,
it's,
level 12. 5
Ah.
level 12.
it's usually
CR12.
yeah. For a party of 4, it's we should have what a CR12 creature.
Okay.
But we have more than 4,
1 sec.
so we can go up a bit.
Chat amongst yourself. The DM has to quickly draw a cave map.
Sure.
Okay.
Purple worm,
Okay.
probably.
The village, but with no tents.
There's a few things which it could be, honestly. I'm excited. It could be
The
purple worm.
DM has a really cool encounter in mind now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I believe purple
Okay.
worm's about the right level.
It's
So,
a dragon, but younger.
another dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Hilariously, like half of these were dragon encounters too. You managed
Oh.
to roll a not dragon encounter.
Yeah.
Look, we've got a
And
dragon
your
in the
dragon
we've,
is-
we've got a dragon in the party now. We don't need another one.
Mm.
I'm excited to
Fashion
use
with
this.
dragons is
Yes, I'm 90% sure I know what you've done, but
I think
I
I
want
might
to see
also-
it come up before you.
I think I might also know
Oh,
what
it
it's-
me. They're the one that rolled the encounter.
I did. I'm excited. It's the bit of the level we're at that just are a lot of dragons at this point because the standard encounter table goes off of the PHB, not the PHB, the monster manual, and the monster manual doesn't have that many high-level creatures. And we're in a
That
mountain.
makes sense.
And we're in a mountain,
Yeah.
which is prime. There's like 4 types of dragon that live in mountains. Memory serves, it's
underground.
copper, silver,
Green.
red, and there is another one. It's not gold.
Most of them can be found down there.
Well, there's just specific ones are on the encounter table. I think it's another metallic, weirdly enough. Oh, it might have white dragons on there as well because it might also include polar mountains.
Mm.
Because they don't have the as extensive mountains in the normal encounter tables. I don't know if Chris is using special ones, but the old ones didn't have the like warm mountains, cold mountains, temperate mountains, volcanic mountains,
types of
freezing
mountain.
mountain. It had literally the old ones of like 7 different types of mountain. Seriously, if you get plains, you get gold dragons. They like flatlands, apparently. Yeah. But yeah, I did get a bit dragony. Alvina got a bit dragony.
Yes.
Which I'm really happy. I've been wanting to get this feat for ages. And I was debating ages ago. It's
Oh.
like,
The feat. Okay. I thought you'd taken a level in sorcerer.
no, I haven't taken sorcerer. Alvina's pure barbarian still.
Dragon sorcerer.
She's 133 health now, by the way. She's got a lot of health.
Yeah.
But no,
Oh,
she's got a different dragony ability.
Nice.
Still pure artificer as well.
I assume.
I'm now exactly 50-50 artificer bard.
Hey, which one did you get? Which one did you just put up a level?
Bard. So I was six artificer, 5 bard for a while.
Ah,
And now 6 of each.
6 and 6. What do you get for level 6, Bard?
It's a
It's not magical.
subclass feature
Ah, yeah, it's the
and counter charm.
yeah, that's the one. Counter charm was what I was thinking of. I can't remember what type of bard you are.
As well. We'll see when I
Yeah.
I'm looking for reasons to put my new ability to use, so you'll see it. It's just a fun one.
I'm honestly so happy. I've freaking needed this feat for so long.
Yeah.
This feat will help Alvina a lot, just for half of its abilities. The other half is nice. One of it is so useful.
Yeah, I think I've got an idea of what feat it is.
Probably. You know, I've said dragon. It's one of 3. That narrows it down to 3.
Well, I know which one it's
Ooh.
not.
It's not gem dragon.
Alvin
Alvina's not telepathic now, which would be very funny. But
Yes. Not telepathic that we know of.
yeah, as far as I know, she's not telepathic. But weirdly, it looks like the old Blizzard logo.
Yeah.
The map you've made looks like the old Blizzard logo. Oh,
Hey, you're
we
just
have
in
a
time
TR?
for the fight.
you're just in time. I rolled us an encounter with a monster.
Hey, so
And
happy.
it couldn't be more epic.
Gwen, so you had to move over a lava river. Do you have any abilities that could help the party move above lava?
Have we had a long rest?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
I can make a helicopter.
that's literally what we've done.
Yep, it's on the map.
What a coincidence!
Would you like to tell everyone about your new ability?
Got the level up?
No, just the helicopter.
Oh, yeah. It's basically just imagine like a Inspector Gadget's car. Little propellers come out of the top. And starts
Nice.
to go.
No. Also, by the way, TR, if Gwent looks at Alvina now, she's got scales on various parts of her body, fangs, and small horns.
Well,
They're
shark's
looking over
teeth.
more nightmare.
When you say scales, I imagine straight away, oh, some kind of dragon disease. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's what Zolmir immediately asked, actually.
Yep.
Alvina,
Hives of some kind.
Alvina can't notice any difference so far.
No.
Okay. Good.
Because, you know, only 40
She thinks she
years
looks
have
normal.
passed.
She thinks she looks normal. She's always had them as far as she's known. She can't remember not having horns, scales, and razor sharp
We're
teeth.
fairly sure this isn't someone pretending to be Alvina, because surely they'd try harder than that.
Yes.
Like a real slapdash approach.
Yeah.
Not to ask a silly question, have we had a long rest just so I can reset everything?
We have had a long rest, but you have cast the make a helicopter spell, essentially.
Fine
That
vehicle.
is fine.
Other than that, we have had.
Mark
we-
off. Well, as
far as Alvina's
extra 5th level spell.
Yeah,
Done.
I did remember you literally said I get an extra spell slot. It's like, oh, that's convenient.
Yep.
Use when I
That is
wasn't
a
here.
phoenix.
Yeah,
Okay.
the images, but it doesn't necessarily mean to say that's what we're encountering.
Yes.
No, this is far worse.
Yay.
It's 2 phoenixes.
Red dragon.
Isn't that the elder elemental of?
Oh,
fire?
it might be an Ifrit. Yeah, surely.
Well, you know, for a nat 1,
That might be the bird of fire.
Oh,
Well, the
it's
nat
more
one
for
is only for
Oh, no, it's just-
Radiated
itself.
Phoenix. To be honest, I think
It
Phoenix.
does radiant damage instead.
That's really annoying. I can't activate my ability on that.
Yep.
I'm resistant. I'm fine.
Here you are. I'm not.
But more importantly, you are all in this attack helicopter, which is not an attack helicopter because it specifically says in the spell it cannot be a military helicopter.
It's a not attack helicopter.
You're all in this not attack helicopter, which I'm just going to assume is like 10 foot big to fit everyone in.
Yeah, little.
And there is a gargantuan, mutated, radiant, poisoned phoenix that bursts out of the lava behind you and begins chasing you through the off caves, attempting to devour you.
Attack
Yay.
the helicopter.
yeah.
Everyone roll initiative for your random high power encounter.
Yay.
Okay.
As we don't have tokens.
Oh,
so
we
we're
don't have
just in here.
tokens, so
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Makes sense.
Do-do-do-do.
7.
Let's go.
There we go.
Where did I put them?
The point's not going.
There we go.
Damn.
Here you go. You're on the lava.
Yay! Wait, hang on.
it's fine. I can swim in lava. You're all dead, though. I'm sorry. That's an interesting roll.
Yeah. Oh.
Barbarian. Remember Barbarian.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Blood red. That one. 22. What? You know, I said Alvina looked dragony. Okay.
Mm.
It's fine. I'll put it to
You
you.
gotta. You're hot blooded tonight.
She's always up. Yeah, I got a 19 and a 1 on the roll.
Here, do you want to eat this one then?
I am not kidding. I am genuinely curious if I can eat that phoenix. Probably a bad idea.
You've already tried to eat.
I can eat primal fire. What's the worst that can happen? I get
Sod off, though.
irradiated. No, I'm not gonna eat Sod off. He's a friend.
No, Sod off could eat the phoenix.
Oh, I thought you
we
meant
wanna
you could eat Sod off. It's like, well, I'm not gonna
I
eat
don't
him.
think we want to feed Sod off this. I don't think we even want to feed Alvina.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
irradiated. Be the main problem.
Like
I
nothing
still
wrong
wouldn't
with
try
that.
though.
Okay. Okay, point. You eat it.
Okay, I have to eat everything I'm offered.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Point just jumps off the side, dies instantly on contact with the phoenix.
Point the cookie monster.
Yeah, that's one way. That's one way of killing two birds with one stone, I guess, or killing 2 people with 1 bird.
It's
I
I
was
do
gonna say-
advantage against eating based issues. So
How to kill both Point and Lou in one thing. Point, eat that phoenix.
okay.
Ah. No.
If any bad guys do hear about this curse, all they have to do is here, have this arsenic.
Yeah.
That's it.
Eat this poison.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry. Don't worry. Point. You'll die as soon as we encounter anyone who has cherries.
Cherries? Why cherries?
Cherries contain arsenic.
Oh, okay.
All right. Eating the
And
seed.
the apple seeds.
So apples, yeah, that's the thing.
I think cherry seeds have a lot of arsenic in. It's why you specifically, like, really don't want to eat cherry seeds. Like, you can get away with eating a couple apple seeds. You can't really get away with eating many cherry seeds.
Mm.
All right.
It's when you swallow the apple seeds, you're like, oh shit.
Quentin's got a 0 on our initiative. Oh no, we're going nowhere. Did you roll anything yet?
Gwent's rolled, yeah, you got a 4.
Yep, a very quick 4.
Guys, I thought your modifier was higher than 4. Apparently not.
A sweet +1, baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes as the cowardly one,
Speedy
you
does
wanna
not equal dexterous.
Absolutely.
No.
want to let everyone else
Climb
win
the
the
shit.
battle.
I mean, it actually
Also,
makes
yes.
sense for Gwen.
I just thought you had the +5 to initiative rolls feat. For some reason.
No.
Oh, the alert feat.
Yeah. It's been a while, okay? I'm trying to remember between, like, multiple games. It's like, someone's got multiple initiatives. We do different multiple systems as well, which isn't helping matters.
It's when you
Yay.
combine the two of them into one game.
You say 2 of them. I'm currently in 3 different campaigns and 3 completely different systems with completely different rule sets.
Just to make things interesting.
Yeah, initiative works completely different in all of them.
I think we're playing the same chase game that we did with the dragon here.
No, this time we're in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Level
Almeda's
2.
gonna go out the front of the helicopter.
Chase number 2.
Yeah, this is also one that I don't think diving into lava will save me from. On account of this thing having jumped out of the lava at us. Just going out on a limb. Also gonna go assume immune to fire.
Yep.
So, I can't really do a lot here, guys.
Still got a gravity smash.
I do have 1 gravity smash. That is very true.
Alrighty. Since Find Vehicle does not actually give you stats for your helicopter, I have given you stats for your helicopter.
Yeah.
Yay.
I always find it
Once
weird
again.
that they don't give any stats for
Yeah,
some of
it's
the weird.
annoying.
Yeah.
Your helicopter has an AC of 14, mostly just based on how powerful your magic is. You can make stronger helicopters if you up your spellcasting modifier. It has 150 health and can fly at 120 foot per round.
Neat.
Okay.
Zoma, we're using you as a shield.
I'm also technically assuming the helicopter can't dash for that, though.
It would make sense. It's not a
Dashing
jet.
is a weird thing for vehicles.
Yeah, it's not a plane with like a booster. It makes sense for a helicopter not to be able to, at least.
Yeah, so this 120 is just going to be your flat movement. I'm also going to use effectively the same rule as the car of you can use a bonus action to switch drivers and an action to steer, but it can travel in a straight path without you needing to move an action. The squares are also going to be slightly reduced here because your mini size is actually enlarged. So assume that, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I want this to be a slightly longer flight battle, so we're going to make every square 30.
30. Okay.
Okay.
So move 4 squares per round, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just 'cause that way it'll give a couple rounds for you to have a dogfight with a phoenix.
Yeah.
Other than that, all of you guys can lean out of the copter and attack, and the phoenix will presumably be attacking the copter itself. Only inflict. We're doing direct attacks to the copter, and I might do dex saves for you guys to avoid claws and stuff, as well as doing any damage with its aura effects.
Yeah.
The rule of the name of the game is you're
Survive.
fighting. Don't die. You're fighting a phoenix in the air. It is coming after you. You can either try and kill it, you try to slow it down so you can escape, but it seems to be going at the same speed of you, so without any intervention, it will just follow and keep attacking you. I will also allow anyone to use whoever is steering it, which by default will be Gwent, but you can switch out drivers to effectively take a dodge action on the Quentcopter as their action as well. So you can move or dodge.
Neat.
Alrighty then. Cool. So, flavor-wise, as you are traveling down the lava and you begin turning off because you come towards a blockage in the lava flow itself, you appear to have entered something's territory as the lava begins bubbling and boiling. And as you pass over it, going down one of the offside caverns, you all hear the lava erupt behind you as rising from it is this glowing, much more kind of gold red infused phoenix. So there's lots of celestial yellow kind of dancing throughout its body, as well as what appears to be an aura of rotating radiant lights that any of the clerics will recognize as a large spiritual guardian.
Hmm.
That
Good to
seems
know.
to be encompassing a 120-foot radius of it.
Painful.
Yep. A radius that is quickly risen up to and that you all begin in.
Yeah.
Because the DM is cruel.
It makes sense. It's
So-
an ambush.
Yep. With that, Fukiyu, you are the first to act inside this as suddenly your skin begins to getting this incredibly itch to it, as I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw against radiant damage.
Wisdom against radiant.
Against
We're going to make it a
pain.
little bit more powerful.
Failed.
5.
Well,
Does it have a naturally? One second, I'm just going to check what the
the Phoenix does, I believe, have a
AC.
default. I'm assuming it's basically just the same as the normal Phoenix aura, but just switched.
Well, I was going to do a save because it's not technically the same.
I could use just
I'm just going to use its escape DC.
yeah.
Actually, what is its attack modifier? What's this proficiency? One second, I'm just going to quickly
Oh,
calculate
actually,
this. Plus 4.
Does Phoenix have a breath weapon in 5e? Because you could just use the same like as that.
Not the gargantuan elemental one.
Nah, fair.
That's fine. We're going to just give it a DC 4, which not 4, 14.
4. I was about to say 4.
was gonna
You made it.
Yay.
You just made it.
And
there.
actually, I actually looked at the roll and realized how low you'd gone, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because this will is doing slightly more damage than the other one. It's going to do 5d8 radiant. So you are going to take the full 28 radiant damage instead of half because you failed.
Ouch.
Yep.
But it is your turn as suddenly you are the first to be kind of caught up in this wave of radiant energy that has surrounded you. For note, you can also try, there are stalagmites along the exterior. Anyone who wants to make a kind of perception or nature survival-esque check to see for any weak points in the wall where you might be able to kind of blockade it behind you, those are also all valid options if you just
Awesome.
want to try and escape.
Yep. That's what I was.
Our
That's what I was planning.
Millennium Falcon us.
Mhm.
Fuku, it's your turn.
Also, is this Radiant Phoenix like fiery in any way?
It's a Phoenix.
Yes, it is. It is a mix of fire and radiant. It looks
Oh,
like
no.
it's just a contaminated fire phoenix that
Okay,
seems to be
shut
giving off a lot
off.
of radiant.
What do I need to roll against my arsonist thing?
Going to be transfixed. Yep. It's a
Yeah.
fair point.
Or to not be transfixed?
Yeah, I need to as well. Shit. I've just realized that.
Roll me a wisdom save at advantage just because it's a polluted version of the fire phoenix.
Okay.
14?
14.
Now
Actually-
you get the 14.
Actually, I think that might have been DC, like low DC.
14. You were a little transfixed as it first came up until your skin started boiling,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and now you're still very impressed with it. You know, it's still very pretty, but you still have your senses about you.
It's not real fire. Fuck it.
Seen better.
I've seen better.
Not even doing fire damage. What the hell?
Yeah.
Cheap knockoff.
Not even a real Phoenix. I'm just thinking, what can I do?
Guide this way as well.
Uh,
For note, you are not within melee off the Phoenix itself. It's still like
mhm.
30, 60 feet back.
Yeah.
Eat sword off so we can get a nice feed on all that fire.
Alvina,
Yes.
how would you feel about riding a eagle?
I'm down. I don't know if I'm not transfixed yet, but I'm down.
Since it's your
Yeah,
turn next, go ahead and give me a wisdom save anyway, just
Yeah.
for the roleplay sake.
Same with advantage. Oh.
Yeah, 'cause this is to do with the fact that it's polluted.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so Fucky's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna turn into an eagle. You can fight it. Climb on my back.
Cool.
I'm gonna climb out onto the roof of the ground copter.
Yep, being very cautious of the blades. Yep.
Yep.
Being very
Yeah, but-
cautious not to burst it.
Yeah. Or at least out onto the edge of the copter. It might have like a
Oh yeah.
Cargo
You
door
want to
or
like
something?
you want to stand out on the raailing outside it, with the steps down to it. That's fine.
and yeah.
If nothing else, the grain copter is fully health and safety compliant.
Nice.
This when fuck you goes. "I'm
If
king of the
anything, Gwen has
world."
to override the child locks just for the door to open.
And so yep. 2 seconds. Wonder polymorph. Let's find that. That recharged. Yeah, he's gonna jump off the edge and cast polymorph with his wand to transform himself into a giant eagle.
Nice.
All right. We'll just use your own mini for this.
Oh, it's the right size as well, actually.
Yep, wasn't expecting people to jump out of the moving helicopter, but here we are.
That's the
God
first
help
thing
you
that happened.
if
as
you
well.
drop concentration.
I'm gonna be honest, that's what I'm mostly worried about when he was like, am I down? Yes. Is this a good idea? No. The thing I'm more worried about, I'm not worried about him dropping concentration. I'm worried about the eagle dying to the passive aura.
Yeah. So yeah, Fucky's gonna fly alongside, waiting for
Alvina to jump on your back.
Avina to jump on the back, and then I won't be able to hold an action to fly to the thing because I've used it.
It's fine.
That's fine. You all move. So long as there's not an enemy between you, I'm fine with you guys going at the same time.
It's fine. We'll move into a certain way, which I think will be more interesting because it might slow it down enough. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
also
don't
have
need-
something that can slow it down.
we don't have to get
Oh,
into
right.
we don't have to get into melee with it for this to work. So
So use your gravity slash because it's got quite a long range.
it's
isn't
got a big reach.
it?
Alvina, it's your turn. Go ahead. Let's see if this is going to be the shortest Phoenix fight ever.
Yeah. So yeah, Alvina is going to hop onto.
Luckily, it is strength based.
I assumed it was by the low deck. So I went, that's a bad sign, isn't it?
I don't know why. Its strength is ridiculous, even though it's supposed to be an elemental. I'd expect fire to be very dexy, but apparently no.
The default ones are the big fire elementals are always really strengthy.
But yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, so Alvina is gonna draw the purple sword and slam. Singularity slash at the Phoenix.
Does not have proficiency. Well, this is just fucking flat strength.
42.
Yeah, it's flat strength. Yeah.
Let's see, it's got
Very high modifier.
45% chance. Yep, roll below
High roll.
above 10.
High roll. But it still takes half.
But had a 50-50 on losing that.
Yep.
Takes half, you said?
Yeah, I believe it takes half and isn't
it's actually
reduced to
prettier.
0 speed. Also, if there are any stalactites that are like caught in the 90-foot cone, they might break as well.
Does anyone else have silvery barbs that could
Also, yeah, does anyone have
reduce that?
silvery barbs for it?
I don't.
Shame.
Nope, unfortunately not.
Yeah, our only silvery barbs person is currently a bird.
Give me a fate roll, just see how many stalactites are above it. That's half of the force. It's got nothing against force. Yeah, it's fine. It's just fire and radiant. Oh, and cold. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, nice
7
even.
and
Unfortunately.
you grab like 1 or 2, but they're off on the edges and they're in immaterial, insignificant
Yeah.
to falling down on the Phoenix itself.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Alrighty. Alvina, anything else? I believe you have a second attack.
I do. That's just an action, that one. That's not an attack. So that's the action. But can I do a as a bonus action, do that perception check to see if I can find any weak points in stalactites in the area? Because I at least saw like a couple shake. It's like, ooh, that's giving me an idea.
Yeah, go for it. Roll me your What is your? Do you have proficiency in nature?
I don't. I have survival though.
You have survival. Okay, give me a perception check. And we'll make a relatively normal DC since you also have survival.
Yeah. I also have the telescopic vision, if it helps at all.
It's more to do with your knowledge of what a weak point looks like.
Yeah. 20.
20. Yep, that works. Let's see here. Let's roll a d8, see what direction it's in. Alright, and let's see how far it is. We'll do a d6 plus 3. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alrighty, let's go ahead and draw that in. We'll just do this in green. There is a large pocket of stalagmites that look like a perfect kind of area to rain down. There's some very large, fragile base-looking stalagmites where the green dots are.
Okay. I'm going to shout through to the others. Get us over behind those stalactites over there, and we can drop it on it when we get past.
There is also looks to be a... Oh, I gotta do that because that's the wall. Just because you're looking that direction as well, there looks to be a fragile bit of wall that could easily be caved in where the green is up in the top right. That could probably trap something either in here or trap the Phoenix out of it if you wanted to try and hide and hold up a bit.
Interesting.
But those are the two weak areas in this side of the map for now.
Yeah. And I'll be going, fuck you, get us all that way now. We'll just go that way, just lead him towards it.
Alright. We'll just assume then Fukyu is kind of flying with the helicopter for now. Zormir, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
How far away from are we?
Couple of turns.
You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because that's still how much I calculated from you guys. You can move at 4, so you're 2 and a bit turns away.
Yep.
I mean in distance.
270.
9 times 30.
270 feet.
There you go.
All right. Well,
Oh no, so we don't want to fire at them now. We want to wait.
I'm more meaning how far from the Phoenix am I?
Oh, 60.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, as Alvina and Zormir start their turn inside the thing, roll me wisdom saving throws against the radiant damage. It's literally the main effect of it.
Wisdom save. 4 again. That's 20. How much do I take?
5d8. So you take the full 19, and Zormir can take half of that at 9.
Right.
It should also be noted that the half movement effect is actually still in effect because it is just mimicking a higher level spiritual guardians. So your helicopter is moving at half speed while inside the aura. The aura gets stopped by walls, by the way.
Okay.
Standard cover effects for magic. It doesn't go through walls unless otherwise stated on the magical effect.
Cool.
It's just that these are drawings.
I'm not close enough to use the spell I was going to use.
You can always jump out at it if you'd like. I'm just not sure you have any landing options that are pleasant.
Wait, is it?
I mean,
I'm
you
your
try
coward.
and grab onto one of the stalagmites.
Yeah, because that'll be a comfortable way of doing it. Zombie's gonna drop like a stone.
Better than landing in the lava.
No, because he'll have a because what'll happen? He'll grab the stalactite. It'll break, land on him, and hit him while he's in the lava.
I'm reading the wrong part of it. I'm reading
He checks for a solid one.
the range it covers, not the range the distance I can cast at. So there we go. Give us a wisdom saving throw then on our Phoenix to see if it.
Oh, hypnotic burn.
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw. 22.
Back in 1 second.
Good attempt, though.
Try.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yep, that's not worked.
All right. Zormir, anything else for your turn? You just at the back window, just casting lights at it.
I'm just keeping an eye on it and waiting for any bat coming
Stormy's
towards us.
starting a disco.
Oh, I'm also going to add this as 20 to actually, because this is when it's going to move.
And
Technically it'd be
basically
0, because I
saying-
want it to move at the end.
Basically saying, get us out of here.
All right, the point, it's your turn.
Okay.
Also, make a wisdom saving throw for radiant damage. 5, 8, 17.
Come on.
Can you have that?
Yes, if it's radiant.
15.
And it was a DC 14. It was quite a low DC, so that passes. So that's halved. And if you're resistant, then it's halved again. To 4 altogether. Nice.
Okay.
Apologize to for disturbing it. We mean it no harm.
I don't think it's gonna make.
Try and give it paladin powers.
Actually, would it count? Would this count as an animal?
Um,
Actually, it's
not in
elemental.
not in a categorical sense. No.
No.
Depends what you
Speak with animals is what I was thinking.
It
No.
has a language.
Hey, I'll yell at it in Celestial to say, "Sorry, just passing through."
Also, it's a really lower intelligence than Alvina.
Oh damn!
I think it probably speaks again, rather than celestial.
It does not seem to react to your celestial language.
Okay, in that case, are there any useful loose boulders around?
Like on the ground, yeah. There was a bunch of stalactites that just got destroyed
Aye.
a second ago.
Okay, I'll use a selection of those.
Do you
So
need
as
to
you
touch
watch-
them?
Do I need to touch them? I've just got signed out of D&D Beyond, so look. No, I think it's just within 30 feet, so they are within 30 feet.
Let's find a catapult. I assume this is
Okay.
catapult we're talking about.
No, it's not. It's my new ability.
Ooh, okay. Well, unless it says it needs to be touched, assume it doesn't. Let's go.
It's within 30 feet. So as you watch these stalactites kind of form up together, one big stalactite in the middle, a few kind of poking out like limbs, and just starts dancing and floating towards the radiated phoenix.
Yeah, it was
My new
great.
ability, it's essentially better animate object.
Ooh. So
Is
you
it
made us
dancing
still-
anime objects?
It's dancing item. Yep.
Actually, it's okay.
30-foot fly speed. So if I can get it within range, I can modify anything that is next to its speed by 10 feet each turn. That's no saving throw, just if there is something dancing with you, you're either 10 foot slower or 10 foot faster.
Okay, so reduce its speed down to 110.
We're
Yep,
faster
since
than
you
it now.
You are. You can eventually get away after several turns. Also, assuming though that I assume your guy has to keep up with it.
That is true, yeah. But it only has 30-foot fly speed.
It has been made of rocks. You said.
Yes, it has its own stat block here.
Does it have an action? Does it have a turn and an action?
Only if I use my bonus action to command it.
Well, that's fair. You might want to try and lodge it into the Phoenix itself. Not quite a grapple, but
Yeah.
try and hang
Yeah,
on
so
to it.
I will use my bonus action this turn to command it to grab on as best it can.
Dance on its back.
I'm gonna say that defaultly succeeds. However, because it is directly touching the Phoenix, it's also going to take a little bit of its fire aura that remains.
Yeah.
Which is at the start of its turn, so you don't have to worry about it just yet. Does it act on your turn? I take it.
Immediately. On my initiative counts, yeah.
Yeah. So on the next round, it's going to take both the radiant and the fire damage.
So I am
To
picturing
effectively
it.
hang on
It's
to it.
doing the conga directly behind the phoenix.
It's on its tail feathers.
Yeah.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. We'll see how long that survives with that amount of damage. Hopefully, it has a high enough hit pool.
It doesn't, but we'll see.
So if it gets in there, it just burns to death.
Yeah.
All right, it's the Radiated Phoenix's turn, and it's technically moving with you, but it's going to move the final distance up to you. And it's going to try and sweep in and attack at the helicopter itself. Let's just throw in a Talon attack for a 13. 23 to helicopter, which it does. Zormir was previously in the back doing Hypnotic Pattern, so as this massive fiery radiant claw comes in at it, it chips through one of the windows, and Zormir, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to get the hell out of the way as a very small blade-like talon comes piercing through the back of the helicopter.
If it's small, you'll be fine.
If it's still doing the same amount of chance to hit, then it still wouldn't hit me.
How does that work? I wonder, flavor wise. So you don't even you there's no maneuverability that you're unable to dodge out of the way. So instead, you just like tank the thing.
Bring it, bitch.
Tank the claw.
Give me a strength save to see how much the impact pushes you back.
Okay. And save. Or just
Strength
a
save, yeah. Because apparently you're just tanking this now. Anyone else would just like it cuts into them. You just in your armor are gonna see if it pushes you back. Well, we'll say that's actually this one I might use a higher one because it's actually for its strength instead of its like spellcasting ability. So we're gonna use the escape DC of 19 from this one. This is gonna apply because it's so strong with the Phoenix with its fucking 28 strength, by the way.
Oh,
I know, right? It has a +9 strength. Because it is so strong, the sheer impact not only sends the Gwentcopter kind of swaying in the air as it's having to very quickly try to readjust itself, but the force of the impact into Zormir sends you all the way to the back of it and actually pushes you through the childproof locks off the copter as the door bursts open behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And now I need another strength saving throw as you try and hang on to the helicopter.
Okay.
Oof.
No, that's fine. With that strength, you're able to grab onto it. The sheer force of the impact, I'm gonna say does at least like 2d6 impact damage because it's so ridiculous for 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Just you get knocked around a bit inside your little tin can. And you are also grappling on either side of the doorway, hanging now from the destroyed doorway that this Phoenix has just caused.
Bloody hell!
I mean, I
Being
just got
attacked by
the
a tin
copter.
opener.
The helicopter, meanwhile, has taken 23 slashing damage. Bring it down to 127. You should all be able to see the helicopter stats if you click on it, as well as some fire damage. What's that? 46 fire damage. Another 10 fire damage. It just burning the glass, immediately melting it as it does so, and also because it broke the door. Bring it down to 117 hit points for the helicopter. That's fine. We'll do that on the helicopter's turn since it actually has initiative. Yeah, I only care about that. All right, second attack as the Radiant Phoenix kind of flaps back a little bit. It does catch sight of this giant eagle here. What's his opinion of the eagle? No, the eagle's probably making less noise than the helicopter is. So let's continue attacking the helicopter. Makes 2 attacks, one with its talons, one with its beak, huh? Alright, so let's go in for a beak attack. For a 24 to hit the helicopter again. And this time it's going to try and... let me just quickly roll this I'm just going to roll all together. 31 damage. Helicopter is not looking good. It's nearly bloodied already. Yep. It is going to effectively take a giant beak to the rear repeller, the little, I don't know, what do you call the rear part of the helicopter that keeps it
Rear
upright?
prop.
It is going to take a chunk out of that, imposing disadvantage on the next turning check. Lou, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Also,
Feather proper rotor.
make me a
It's
wisdom
a
check
tail
anyway. It's spiritual guardians. It's attacking your spirit. So Lou, make me a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn, even though you don't technically have a body. We're gonna say this spiritually attacks your soul. Keep it fair, we can't have Lou just be immune to damage. That's not fair.
Hit points are will to go on, so.
And then it will be your turn.
11.
5d8, 22 radiant damage to your hit pool.
Ouch.
So here we go. Ow.
As the point noticeably becomes a little bit taller, the hair that little bit spikier.
The point is bald.
You get here.
I get
Get
it.
on here.
I mean, as you yourself have said, some of your appearance is illusionary in nature.
Yeah, that's true.
And suddenly the point just grows this lock of... What was Lou's hair like?
I imagine
there's-
greasy.
What does your mini look like? You do have hair on here. Just
yeah,
the
it's
slick back hair.
Pretty much, yeah.
I am back. How dead are we? Why is there a
Your
giant blue-
helicopter
I mean,
is...
the helicopter's past
The
bloody.
phalange might be missing. But
Oh.
apart from that-
Might be spinning round in circles now. The tail rotor's been hit.
Ah. Got it.
Zormir has been punched out the door and is now hanging on to the helicopter.
Wouldn't be a good action sequence without someone hanging off the door of a helicopter, to be fair. So.
I took a talent to the chest and got knocked back with it. Other than the sheer impact doing damage, not the claw itself.
Yeah.
The claw did the impacting, so
Yeah.
Not the
technically
I wa-
attributed to
I
the claw.
wasn't slashed, I got bludgeoned instead.
You got punched by a bird.
Yeah.
You got falcon punched. Got it.
You got punched by a nail. Wild.
Yeah.
But Lou, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at 5th level, doing cold damage.
Don't do cold.
Give me a nature check.
not might not work.
Let's see how much you know about phoenixes.
Yeah, just nothing at all. not that you said anything
then
earlier.
it's- And
Nature.
this technically is true. There we
Come on,
go.
Lou. Nat 20 this. Please.
I mean, 19.
19.
You're about to do that, and it occurs to you. You actually remember with your affiliation with fire, that high level fire elementals tend to have a resistance to cold damage.
Yep.
So, anything that isn't fire or cold, or probably in this case radiant, but you can't do that with chromatic orb anyway. So
No.
It's a bird. Lightning bolt it. This thing you know about birds, they don't like getting hit by lightning. Well-known fact.
Also
Chuck
weak to
some seed
rocks.
on the floor.
Yep. It's a fire bird. That means it takes 4 times damage from rocks, according to Pokemon.
Yep. Now, has it got a special typing for being radiant?
No, that's just
that'd be what, fairy?
Fairy probably is radiant, yeah. Fairy are neutral to rocks. Still use rocks. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. I'm on my drive.
But Lou, are you gonna do chromatic
5th
orb?
level Chromatic Orb, lightning damage.
Yeah.
All right, roll your damage. What am I making? A deck save?
Probably right.
If you click the spell, it should come up with it anyway.
Oh, it's ranged
Regardless
attack.
of what it is, probably makes it.
Chromatic Orb, I think is ranged attack, actually. Choose... Make a ranged
You click
attack.
the spell-
Ranged spell attack. Ranged
yeah.
spell attack.
If you click the spell, it'll do the attack anyway.
No,
so
no,
19 to
19?
hit.
19 hits. Roll your damage.
Yay.
Yeah, roll spells first, ask questions second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you click, if you click
click
the
the wrong one.
yeah, click the where it says chromatic orb and roll 20, and it'll do the damage for you.
Yep.
There you go.
39.
What's that? 39.
That's good hit.
Okay. Yeah, you see the phoenix kind of roar back, the lightning spreading through its body. You can see its elemental form kind of quivering, kind of getting a little bit less defined as it's unable to keep its form entirely before it, recovers from it and returns back to its phoenix appearance. But definitely seems to have done a massive hit to it.
Nice one.
With
Lou, I presume
thaumaturgy, I shout to everybody, lightning seems to work.
Good to
to be
know.
fair, most of them are in the helicopter with you.
I don't, and also the
Why
people
are you
out.
shouting at us.
Also, the people outside don't have lights.
Thaumaturgy.
The people outside don't have lightning.
I'll light it up if you pull me back in.
Gwen, it is your turn. You're currently steering
Not
the
me.
helicopter. Would you like
So
to
I
use
have
your
to
action?
an action to steer, yeah?
Yes. I mean, you don't
Oh, but I
have
could
to
do so many
steer.
We're about to
I
hit a
know,
wall,
but,
though.
You
with
could try to
these
go through the wall.
Plus to a chuckle fucks, I'm just stuck, so I have to use it. I don't have a choice.
Yep.
So yes, I'd like to use my action to steer.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check or acrobatics check, your choice, at disadvantage because the Phoenix destroyed your plane, your helicopter.
One of us can steer if you need.
You have piloting, at
Yeah, 'cause-
least.
If it's acrobatics or sleight of hand, they're both shit. So
Or I guess for you can
I've
use
just realised something.
Oh.
I think Alvina has the best acrobatics in the party. I might need to go back in and drive.
Oh, Jesus.
I've got plus
It'll be
6.
fine,
I'm
it's not
proficient.
Zormir's
I got-
ship.
I got plus 7.
I've got plus 11.
But you're a bird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe we might wanna
because
get-
it's
we
my
might-
thing, I should have double proficiency with it, so I should
Yeah.
plus 8.
Oh, plus 8's fine then.
Yeah, because you gain the
Right, well-
proficiency when you cast a spell, don't you?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
Also, the birds.
double
move.
proficiency.
The
So it's not the cleanest turn. You actually scrape against the wall a little bit. Now, luckily, because of the way the DM was imagining this, Zormir's on the other side.
Yeah, pretty funny.
However, I am still going to
I
deal
was just seeing
2
him swinging across, so still holding on.
2d6 bludgeoning damage to the helicopter as you scrape the wall.
That's the paint.
Okay.
Other than that,
He's
you
gonna
continue
need more
on.
than that already.
Also, roll me a wisdom saving throw against the radiant damage at the start of your turn, because I keep forgetting.
Wisdom. 26.
26. Yep, you succeed. You take half. You took 12 radiant damage.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to give everybody a D10 Heroes Inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Because we're tier 3, aren't we? So it is D10. No, sorry, D8.
Yeah, I thought it was D8. I've got it written down as D8. I wasn't sure
yeah.
if I hadn't updated it for a while.
Yeah.
Next
That's
tier.
still good.
Well,
Next.
no, it is a D10.
Is it D10?
What?
Make it
Oh.
a D9. Split the
But
difference.
Bardic is D8 from me, D10 from fuck you.
I'm copying the exact thing
here
here,
it is, yeah.
so it's tier 2 D6 increases to tier 3, but then and a tier 4. Oh dear God, I can't read. Hey,
And
No,
a
D10 at tier 4. D10 at tier 4.
1d12.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
it's been a long day. You
I
get
get
something extra. Enjoy yourself.
We get a die that will come up, and it'll be very
Yeah,
helpful.
Yes. In
And
a couple of
1d10
minutes.
at tier 4.
By the way,
It's a D8.
if somebody can save me an action for next time, I can give everybody advantage on their wisdom saving throws. But I can't steer at the same time.
Thank you for
Okay.
the follow, Nora. It's greatly appreciated.
I can either help steer or fix the helicopter. Hopefully, if Chris allows it.
Actually, we can just go forward for the next one, so we don't need to steer for a little bit.
Well, there's a-
Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, yeah, there's a clip. We're getting to there on the next one, so we're fine. good.
So next one we should be okay.
I think I'm also just going to move the Phoenix on the Quentcopter's time, because the whole point is it's technically a chase.
Mm.
But it is going to be,
You can
it is
outrun
going
it.
to... No, but that's the point. You're moving at the same speed, but it is moving slightly slower because of the...
Dancing rock.
Actually, I took the Quentcopter speed down. I was like, I didn't actually put a speed on the thing. 1 second, I gotta just adjust the speed on this serial. This is 10. But I'm gonna move it back because it's actually going 110 instead of 120, so it's actually 10 feet away from you now. For the time being. But this way, it kind of just more indicates of where it actually is combat-wise, instead of having this weird gap in your turns, in case some of you aren't technically within range of it. So it's within 10 feet of you now, instead of 5.
There's a beat between
like 15.
the movement, basically.
Yeah, because you are all flying simultaneously, just fighting in this dogfight. Fukyu, it is your turn. You've also been moving with the Quentcopter. What is your flying speed? It is 60, right?
80 as an eagle.
Yeah, eagle's pretty
80?
quick.
Yeah, 80
I'm
on
going to.
Quentcopter.
Okay.
Plus, I can dash as well with it, so 160.
Yeah, it's more just if you want to keep up with it. If you're not perched on it, you'd have to be dashing constantly.
That's fine.
Yeah,
To be fair, I can also say you're like attached to it for the time being, unless you want to move out.
There's not much else I can do as a giant eagle, but be a platform at this moment.
Yeah,
that's fair. Fair enough. And then you can be dashing around. To be fair, you probably don't want to actually attack this thing since it's made out of fire.
Yeah. So, wisdom
Yeah,
save?
just keep your eyes away
Yes.
from it.
Wisdom save for some more radiant damage.
Wisdom save as an eagle. 14 for 16.
16.
16, you take half damage then at 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant. I think that just blooded the giant eagle.
That is rough. Is that your turn?
I need to roll a con save.
please do not fail.
I'm going to
Please
use my
don't.
destiny.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, I'm going to use my destiny.
The DC 10? Yeah. DC 10. Ooh, a +1. Oh.
Oh.
How far are
It is
they?
a Constitution saving throw, so you can use your Hero's Inspiration that was just given to you by Gwen.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So D8. So no matter what I roll, that's going to add the 1. So.
Yep.
Hey.
Luckily for you, you did get the 9 there, not another 3. All right then. If that's your turn, you're hovering around the Quentcopter, presumably trying to. Are you trying to get in the way of the Phoenix or the Quentcopter, or are you deliberately staying out of the way and letting the Quentcopter be the main target?
I mean, I would be moving in when Alvina wanted to like hit it essentially.
Okay, yeah, but not like deliberately getting in the way. Cool, that's fine.
No.
Then you're effectively hovering around it, ready to strike in when Alvina wants. Alvina, it is your turn then. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Oh, also 24 hit points to everyone, which would actually matter for the eagle.
Oh, it really would, actually.
Because Hero's Mantle does give temp.
I need to make a wisdom save because pain.
Yep, go ahead and see if I can burn through some of that temp.
18.
So that 24, did that apply when we got the D8s?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I need to adjust
so, yeah, regain back your health, take it off the temp instead.
Yeah.
You save, so 10 radiant damage.
Nice.
Off that now temp you got.
Very handy. Hilarious, they've got 114 health and 14 temperate points now. Nice.
At this point, I'm just more worried for the Quentcopter then.
Yeah. Okay.
Me too.
So, are there any smaller, like more fragile looking ones above the Phoenix at its present spot?
There are, but you don't believe they would do a significant damage to the Phoenix to be used as a weapon. At worst, they would probably just annoy it. Be mild like inconvenience to it.
Oh, would it be enough to maybe slow it down a little bit?
Depends how you're attacking it. If you were able to do enough damage to it, you might create like a small smoke screen just from the debris that might give it a little bit of pause as it flies through.
Yeah, I'll basically try to do it. I've not got really anything as an option because I know it doesn't care about fire, which is my only ranged weapons at the moment. So I'll basically chuck a couple of fire bolts up towards any of them.
Like I say, Fucky's happy to swoop in if you want to do melee attacks against it.
Oh, that's a really bad idea. It's a greater fire elemental.
They could also fly you up to the ceiling, so you can try and scrape along the ceiling to take down more debris.
That one would be better, actually.
That too, yeah.
That would be much better.
All right, as Fuku flies you up there, you get what weapon you're using against the ceiling.
I'll be using my sword. It's the...
All right, you just take a massive slash to the ceiling, just taking a huge chunk of it. Roll an attack and damage, and let's see what the combined damage is.
That is... yeah,
Yep, 15 altogether.
15. That was low rolls. And I'll take another swing, see what we get on that one. 10. Low hit.
Unfortunately, the debris flying down at you from your first strike makes you actually not hit as hard on the second strike.
Yeah, just coughs out a bit of, like, I've eaten some rock. It's like, ah!
As you fly back towards the Gwencopter, there's like a relatively shallow showering off debris, maybe enough to slow it by another 5 feet, as it kind of slows instinctually a little bit until it realizes there isn't any danger and it continues on its way. So we'll say it drops back. I'm just gonna drop it now back because I'll move them collectively later. So it is now more well, technically it's already here because I forget these are 30. It is now more 25 feet back from the party.
Yeah.
So it is now a proper near full square back. All right, that's your attacks. Is that you?
I think that's me, yeah, because I've seen all the particularly noteworthy rock formations in this particular area, haven't I, with that one? So I'd probably need to get around the corner to get anything else useful. So yeah,
yep,
I'm good.
All right. Zormir, it is your turn. It looks like the creature is beginning to thingy back a little bit, so it shouldn't be able to attack this round. But the Phoenix can dash, because 120 is just its base movement. But that means it will not be attacking. But Zormir, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Also, make a Wisdom saving throw against radiant damage.
Okay.
To bear it doesn't really need to attack. It might just win by sticking up with all of you.
Yep.
And burning everything in its path.
That's what Phoenixes are good at.
Full 25 radiant damage for Zormir.
Oh dear.
Right.
Zormir's just
The
melting.
The temp hit points took most of that.
Unfortunately, the armor is not helping in this situation. It's, if anything, it's causing the problem.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what to do.
Right. I guess I'll try that. Try that again.
Ooh, another hypnotic pattern.
Yeah.
That's a wisdom. It has a +4. 8.
Yay.
As your lights, describe what your hypnotic pattern looks like. Do you have a particular pattern you're showing, or are you just you doing like a giant like white, like detectives light in the eye movement? How does yours manifest? Math.
It's just
I think
math.
It basically it
Rorschach
manifests
test.
like a flash grenade essentially,
Flashbang.
and just basically it bursts in all different chromatic colors. Basically all the different arcanites. Basically different colors of arcanite to basically cover all spectrums of color, so that it is completely blinding.
You literally do a rainbow flashbang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
2, 3, 4. Just gonna move it all the way back here.
It's in the wall.
Zormir's in Rainbow Six now.
This will make more sense when you guys all move.
Go.
As your hypnotic lights, with your arcane lights, explode in the Phoenix's turn, it seems to be momentarily dazed before the DM uses a legendary resistance to overcome it. However, this does drop its speed momentarily, allowing you to move 120 foot ahead of it as it stops and has to re-begin its flight and its momentum.
Nice.
Rub its eyes.
It's actually
And that is one of its resistances burned.
Heck yeah.
Well
All right.
done.
You've also managed to get out of the aura for now, at least until it's its turn. It actually has to dash back up to keep up with you.
Step on it.
Zormir, is there anything else you'd like to do? Anything else you'd like to say? Bonus actions, anything like that?
I'm gonna bonus action give myself Guardian Field, so 10 hit points. So nothing, anything.
Yeah. Did you break all your 10
Nothing
hit points on your turn?
Nothing else really.
Did you break
The point, it is your turn then. What would you like to
Moving
do?
back in.
Also, you don't need
Back
to
in.
do it. Oh yeah, you get back in the thing.
You climb
you are
back
no
in
longer
the
in.
helicopter.
Thanks to
I'm
Zormir,
just
you are
gonna
no
hang
longer
here.
in the radiant effect. You do not need to make a save at the beginning of your turn. What would you like to do?
My rock guy will in a minute though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But for now, so for some summoned construct things, you can use mending to heal them.
Yes.
Is this such a thing?
Yes, I will allow that on the helicopter. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay. So yes, I'll cast mending to heal the helicopter.
What is an appropriate mending?
It's 2d6 from using it on my gun.
Okay, that seems fair. Roll me 2d6. You don't like add your modifier or anything?
No, it's just 2d6 on there.
It's 2d6,
Oh,
it takes a bit as well, so it's just a way to heal it.
It's a 5 when it loads in.
Yep, red 5.
Yes. Good little HP back, and I'll command my guy to punch it.
Oh, he was dancing. Look at dancing.
It's a force empowered slam.
Well, at the start of its turn, let's see if it survives.
the
I don't know how
first.
much health this thing has.
He just does the Michael Jackson spins around and like backs up into it.
It has 40 HP.
So a wisdom save for its radiant damage.
That's the 9 up there.
The 20 radiant damage.
Okay.
And for fire damage, it will take an extra 18 fire damage. There's no save against this one.
Yep.
This is just for touching it.
Okay. It's fine. It's on 2 HP.
It's alive!
And, anything warm or being carried also ignites, but its entire body is
It's made
ignited.
of rock, yes.
It's a rock.
It is now a magma rock that is very quickly melting apart, but go ahead. It's its turn.
It's 14 to hit.
14 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately, as it goes to punch, its entire fist has melted.
It doesn't
No.
have a hand anymore.
I guess it'll just keep slowing it down. 10
It's
foot.
just like a passive 10 foot, right? It's not like it
Yes,
increases or anything.
yes. No, yes, passive 10 foot less.
Okay.
It's a
'cause
mini
that's gonna-
stone golem.
It's such an awkward.
It's been slowed down like 15
A
feet.
tiny amount.
It's
So
15
it's
feet
slightly
total.
slower than us.
Well,
if
you,
it stays alive.
you slowed it down by 10 feet. I slowed it by 5 feet. And we've dropped it so it doesn't make a move for a turn. It's just very slightly going to like just be annoyed
We're going to inconvenience this phoenix.
to
Yes,
it's
I'm
just,
done. At the
we're,
moment.
we're not worth eating. Why? We're just going to annoy you until you leave. We're like a blue bottle.
7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Unfortunately, you are still within its dash range, though.
Yes. Even with
So
its
on
negative
its turn,
30 feet.
yeah. You need to get a little bit more negative than that. It is going to dash up to you this round, putting you all back within its aura, but that is going to be its full turn.
Okay, was it bonus action to switch drivers, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, well, I just used my bonus action to command the thing, so... Gwent, you might need to use a bonus action if you want to swap drivers.
It's
Oh,
fine.
that's fine.
Gwent, switch drivers with me if all else fails. I'm not particularly handy in this fight.
You want a bird?
I'll jump in.
Yeah, this is all going concurrently. Lou Grim, make me a wisdom saving throw, because unfortunately your turn is placed after its movement.
21.
Oh, nice. If only that meant anything more than just half.
Yeah, I know.
You
But hey,
still take
it's a nat.
you still take 9 radiant damage. And it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Let me see.
If you've got anything close to hypnotic pattern, now's the time to use it.
Have you got like a slowing field somewhere in your back pocket?
Oh, does your Eldritch Blast push people back if you still got
I've not had that for a long time.
He's the sorcerer pure now, isn't he?
Pure
Yeah.
sorcerer.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. You have the other one. I was about to say, you have the give a disadvantage on attacks, not slow them down movement-wise. It's cantrip.
Okay. So, casting Eye Bite.
I mean, that might work.
How many more times can Zormir cast Hypnotic Pattern?
Once.
Once.
Yeah. I also have hypnotic pattern, so we can swap
Just
these
keep
hypnotizers.
throwing
I
hypnotic
was going to say, because I can potentially burn through legendary resistances.
Okay.
Or
Who's
like
got the highest
as the
spell
bird?
save?
Not as the bird, but as fuck you.
Who's got
Okay.
the highest? Have you got a higher spell save DC?
I
well.
think fuck you has the highest in the party because
Yeah.
they've got them maxed out
Yeah, but
charisma
the
stat.
spell-
Yep,
but,
that fell.
yeah, that doesn't make any difference on it. Because it wouldn't be fuck you.
Oh, it's the
casting it from
staff.
his spell list.
Polymorph.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That worked.
What effect Eye Bite are you going for?
Asleep.
Yeah, that works.
Whee! Poof. It's definitely taking damage when it hits the ground, but that's very funny.
To be fair, it
I
doesn't
thought
actually go
about
to sleep.
panic, but asleep was better.
It falls unconscious. So-
Yeah, that's why I have a second layer of
yeah,
resistance for.
it's very, very funny.
But it does slow down again. Suddenly it gets really sleepy as it begins to flap its wings less and less. You guys are able to get another 120 ahead of it. As it begins to wake back up and realize and as it burns away the effects of its natural magic. But you've put it out of range again. Which for Gwent, which I'm assuming that was Lou's turn.
Yes.
Book it, Gwen!
Gwent, you're no longer in the radiant effect again somehow. What would you like to do?
Okay, so the copter goes forward and without any action, it just goes forward 120.
Yep.
Okay, good. So I don't need to do that for the action. So I'm just going to help everybody for the next couple of turns then. And ye old beacon of hope. Everyone gets advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bacon of hope.
Bacon of hope.
Yeah.
Bacon o hope.
Bacon of hope.
Canadian
So, I mean, it
superhero.
Canadian superhero.
I'm going to cast it on the car, so it should go outside of it and also get fuck you and Arvina.
Yeah.
Yep, that's that.
And the weird dragon thing you assume is of it.
And I have no bonus actions of any worth.
Just
You
tell
can-
them to get back in.
You
here.
generally can do switch pilot with me, and I'm willing to burn reaction to basically dive in. If you'd be cool
Fair
with
enough. I'm going to point
Um,
you at the car, and I'm going to start shuffling back.
that. Can I use my reaction to just dive into the pilot seat? Just fuck you back.
No, there's no monster between you and their turn, so that's fine. You can just use your movement on your turn to slide the rest of the way in.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck you is about to go into it anyway, so.
That's my thought,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm basically going, because fuck you goes before me.
You guys have moved up. That's fine.
roll.
So that's where you now are as you continue flying, weaving through these corridors. Fuck you. It's your turn.
Yep, so fuck you will essentially barrel roll throwing Alvina into the helicopter
She sticks the
Grandcopter?
landing.
and drop polymorph
Go barrel.
and landing into or trying to land into the copter as well.
Yep, that's fine.
That's
You
fine.
guys are seasoned adventurers.
This is normal. This isn't the first time we've even gone back into a vehicle from you being an eagle. To be fair, in this campaign, so.
I'm just double checking to see if it's like an action or bonus action to drop.
I think it's a free
It's just-
action.
No, it's a free
Yes,
action.
It's
yes.
drop concentration.
concentrated,
It's just
isn't
drop concentration.
it?
Yeah, concentration is free action.
Yeah. Okay. And
With a bit showmanship, standing there going, ta-da! Out.
yeah. He's then gonna point his wand of polymorph at the Phoenix and hold his action until it's within 60 foot of the Grandcopter.
Okay.
Because I thought it was 120 foot range, but no, it's only 60.
Oh,
Yeah. That's fine. It will proc when it flies back in. All right, Alvina, your turn.
okay. Alvina is going to basically turn us that direction because she's driving now.
Give me an acrobatic or a sleight of hand.
Yeah. And before we do it as well, I'm going to activate my Boon of Destiny, giving me my 10 minutes of advantage on things like acrobatics.
I'm gonna say there's still disadvantage on it just because the healing wasn't high enough for the Gwentcopter, so it's still quite wonky. But the advantage will give it then a neutral roll.
That's why I assumed. Basically, that's why I started using it. I mean, it goes into the zone. She starts glowing. Come on.
What do your
18.
dragon eyes see?
I shuffle to the far side of the helicopter.
He cracks her knuckles. I got this. 18.
What do your elf dragon eyes see?
What do you?
Right.
Whatever the hell you are now, I see.
Alvina, the natural-born pilot, has geared the ship up. I'm assuming you are wanting to steer kind of towards this way rather than do anything over here.
Yeah, she's aiming at us that way, and she's gonna go to the others. When we get past those, and the Phoenix goes over them, shoot them down. Hit them with everything you got.
Thumbs up.
Alrighty then. Let me grab the. This is effectively a dungeon trap. Cool. Got that set up. All right, Zormir, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So it's further back than 100.
Yes, it's 120 feet.
All right. Do we want me to try one more time, or do we
Not
want
yet.
to switch?
You can if you want. Either that, or you can gauge up to shoot to knock these out.
I'm probably gonna hold an action to shatter those on my next turn.
All right, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to shatter.
If you really wanted to try and do your timing really fancy, you and Fukyu can both strategize to hold it as soon as the Phoenix is underneath them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
And that way,
Oh.
hopefully, one of you will succeed at stopping it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll hold my spell for when we get to the point here. Basically, when the Phoenix is going to be under there along with us.
Oh yeah. Would the copter move on Alvina's turn now that she's piloting? Actually.
No, it has its own turn to go and move.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was saying she
Nice try.
was not actually
You're just setting
checking.
the course.
Was not actually checking it.
I
You
think
said
it technically gets one movement before you guys pass it, and
Yeah.
then it'll be another round for when you're under the thing. So to be fair, you wouldn't actually be able to stop it under the things just yet until next round anyway, so you could still just try and slow it down. To be fair, you're also saving yourself from radiant damage, and it moves up 100, 220 anyway when dashing.
Mhm.
The point, you're technically the copter moves after you before your next turn, so yeah, you could still in theory hold your action, since it will last a whole round if you wanted to try and aim at the stalagmites when you got under them.
Yep. So I'm gonna hold an action to shatter the stalagmites when they come down. I'm not even gonna roll for the construct. The dancing constructs. They're dead.
They
Fire
melt.
damage alone.
They're gone.
They melt to
Okay,
the
that
guaranteed
moves
damage.
its speed back up to 120. Not that 20 difference movement was doing too much.
In that case, I will Bardic Inspiration Zormir.
Okay.
Okay.
Then it is the Phoenix's turn, and they are going to dash forward, hit 60 feet off the Gwent copter. I actually need to pay attention to this because this will drop them back even further. All right, whoever is holding specifically for when they got near, go ahead and use yours.
Yeah, so that was fuck you's polymorph for a wisdom 15 save.
Wisdom +4 is a 7. They fail.
Yeah.
They fail. If they don't burn a resistance, they can turn into a rabbit.
They are, but they are going to drop back because they got temporary. You just see their form beginning to shrink, almost into like a massive rabbit before it like bursts into flames, and the Phoenix returns.
Feel like one of
That's
Alvina's
gonna be
rabbits.
like a fiery
Four.
rabbit.
No, that's right. This looks like one of Alvina's pet rabbits that she actually has.
You are now 210 feet away from the Phoenix.
Nice.
It actually can't reach you in one dash. Now, huh.
This is better than
Interesting.
being 15 feet away from it.
Yeah. All right, so that's focus. Held reaction gone off. Zormir can keep theirs for when it goes under the stalagmites. Lugrim, it is your turn. What would you like to do? The Phoenix has dropped back, and you are flying towards your stalagmites.
My previous plan has been spoiled, but that's
You can
fine.
always hold a reaction if you'd like to do anything. It has seemed to burn through 3 resistances. Presumably, it has 3. Who knows?
Might have 4. We don't know.
Who knows?
Might have 10. It might be that good. We might be fighting Imix. We don't know. He's not a bird.
Yeah.
Never met the guy.
Have you ever seen Imix and a bird in the same room?
Maybe, actually.
What was that, Luke?
Did you say he was 240 feet away?
210.
210.
It is 210. 60 plus. No, it's 7 times 30. 210, yeah.
Yes, it's 210. Yeah. I'm assuming it's 60 times 3, not 60 times 30. I think 60
yeah,
times
yeah.
30.
Well,
60 times 30 is 2,700. 2,100, I think. It's like, that's concerning.
I like how the start of battle has just been like every time we hit it with something hard enough, it like the enemy getting knocked back in a boss fight.
And not do that. It's like 600 and thick 600 odd.
Okay,
Not do that.
then
I times by 10, then times by 10
second
again.
level chromatic orb was lightning.
Zap.
Range on Chromatic Orb. It's not 210.
What's your
Yeah, but it's 180,
It's out of range.
and I can
Sorry.
double.
Oh, do you still have Spell Sniper?
If
Sure I
it
do.
says 180 there, that's including the spell sniper. So it automatically
Oh,
doubles
right,
it for
okay.
you.
It would have been
So 90 otherwise.
so it's still out of range.
Yeah.
I thought it was base.
No, it's
distance.
base 90. If you were the Warlock
Fair.
still, which has the like other doubling one, I think then you could do it, but
Why is that 220? Oh, because it already dropped back an extra. I was like, why isn't it 180 when it's 120 times like half? But I forgot it's already 20 feet back when it was dashing.
yeah. It got
I think it's
triggered a reaction.
technically 200, but I've just been rounding to 7 squares.
Yeah. It triggered a reaction before it finished its movement, so it's a little bit further.
Then let's make things interesting. Level 1 Chaos Bolt.
Does that reach?
That's 240.
Damn!
That works.
Chaos Ghost got some
Alright.
range.
Lose.
Make your attack.
Clicked on
It's
that.
gonna be fire. It might be fire, actually.
What are we doing? Just the first one?
I believe it's only
It's
one.
cold.
It's cold. I mean, it could have been worse.
It still takes half damage.
Exactly. I think it's probably immune to fire. So.
It It is.
Yeah.
All right. Gwent, then it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I will hold a cantrip until it gets within 60 feet. Like
Right,
to
yes.
attack the Phoenix, because I've got nothing that can reach that far.
You got anything that work on the stalactites?
Damn it, no. Don't want me.
No, I don't have anything that's going to really do stalactites.
1, 2, 3,
I think Shatter's
4.
going to be far more effective than whatever nonsense I can do.
Oh yeah.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just gonna round this up for dramatic effect.
Yeah. Have
I
fun.
did this calculate. It was 6 squares, not 7.
Mine goes off.
Line them up.
It was mine.
Mine goes off.
See, this would be a deadly 11th tier trap. All right. So wisdom save, I
18.
believe.
18 to beat.
Yep.
20.
Oh.
So
Wait a
unfortunately,
minute. Wait a minute. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Have you got a reaction?
I've already used my reaction.
Damn
to
it.
use my polymorph, haven't I?
Yeah, they have.
Damn it. I will. Worth a try.
Fair enough. Worth a shot.
But the point was attacking the stalagmites.
Yep.
How were you attacking the stalagmites?
So it's, with Shatter. Up near the top.
You know what? That's such an appropriate spell. It just succeeds.
Yeah, it's just what it does.
That's what it does. That's
Break him, drop him on it.
alrighty then. How do I want to do this? How many of you are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of you.
Yeah.
There's 18 dice. 18 divided by 6 is 3. I can do basic maths. Look at me go.
Yeah.
All of you roll 3d10.
D10. Oh god.
All of us are just the ones casting.
All of you.
Hey.
A deadly
19.
trap is 18 d10s.
Damn it. I'm piloting. I'm busy.
I'm busy trying not to crash here.
I'm having fun. I never get allowed to pilot, despite being pretty good at it.
Yeah, well, you know how to take that up with.
That is 93 total so far.
All of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty then. Still is a trap, so he does technically get a save. Let's give him a dex save to see if we can avoid some of the major blunts of it. It is kind of a dexy trap. It's
Did
shit
you
falling.
Did he roll 2 wisdom saves? Because one was Gwent and one was me.
No, I was going to do Gwent afterwards because I think Gwent's just doing Toll of the Dead, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'll do that just now before I do it because it's different rules. So this is a wisdom save for Gwent. That's 23. There you'll get all the good rolls out of the way. And the dex, I'm pretty sure it's 0. Let me just go check.
It was 0 on its
It was
initiative.
0. Yep. Okay. So 1 second, we go set DC. I'm doing max damage. So we'll set max DC on it. So that would be a 15 DC. Yep, that matches up. All right. DC 15 to take either full or half of this damage. Let's find out.
4.
Full.
Well, it goes straight in there. It takes the full 93 damage.
Wham.
It's too concentrated on the spells coming at it.
It's, bang.
Flashy lights.
And
Rocks.
it doesn't-
If it could talk, it'd do a ha, you missed. Did I?
I'm
Score.
also just gonna assume that fucking stops its movement temporarily. I can't bother moving it back because it's funny, so I'm just gonna move you guys forward. Who is Alvina still flying?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Alvina, give me your flying check for your turn ahead of schedule, just so I can move you.
21.
Yeah, that's fine. You're either ducking with 1, 2, 3, 4. I assume you want to continue.
Yeah.
That's a good point. You actually don't know what technically ahead of you.
Away.
You just continue flying.
Alvina is currently going on the track of fancy flying is needed direction away from the Phoenix.
Turns out being
Cancel
part
that
dragon
logic.
makes you good at flying.
Turns out Alvia's kind of whole shtick is kind of actually being good at flying.
That has significantly bloodied the Phoenix, but as you just leave its line of sight, you do see it beginning to, the rocks melting on it as it begins to rise back up. It is not dead yet. Hilariously, the hypnotic power would have also then broken anyway from the damage taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would have automatically failed the save. So it was still worth trying. Alright, so we've already done a Venus turn ahead of schedule, but let's go back to Fuku, as this is now the correct distance between all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is now 100 feet away again.
I've done at least the piloting part of my tour, which is most of it. I've got another thing to do on it, but I can wait for that one.
Poor Phoenix, man, it just wants to eat you.
Yeah,
Yeah, shame.
that's my job.
Yeah, I mean, should we stop that happening?
You've got a decent straight length ahead, unless you want to try and turn.
Is there any more stalactites that we can see?
That's what she's
ahead of
planning
us?
on looking out for.
Alvina, go ahead. So we've already done your turn ahead of schedule. Go ahead and give me your perception check.
Yeah. Perception. 13. Eh.
Nothing significant that you can see.
Okay.
Oh, see, this is just gonna be like Titanic. The guy says, like, "There's icebergs around here." It's like, no, there's not. I can smell them.
I can
Fucking
smell
boom.
them.
That's what's gonna happen.
How far away is it now? It's
100 feet. No,
100,
wait.
100 feet.
Wait, more than
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 5 times 30. I did 5 times 20 for some reason. 150 feet.
150 feet.
I can do maths. It's fine.
Okay.
Also, technically, this path is supposed to be blocked off. 1 second. Because that is not the right exit out there.
Cool, I was wondering that.
Yeah. No, you have to get back down to the lava.
Yeah.
Which...
This is one of those puzzles where
Yeah, it's a maze.
you
Yeah.
start at one
Ah!
end and
Darkness!
yeah.
Now find your way out when you've not, based on your memory of the place.
Yeah. You don't know where you're going. There we go. I realize
Somebody's
I...
been drawing his
You
map.
realise we actually could see the entire route. It's like, well, I know where we're going. Why?
I suppose I forgot I could do Fog of War.
Yeah.
It is a thing I have.
It's fine. Alvina's currently piloting, so as long as there's a straight line, she can see it.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah.
In that case, fuck you is going to bonus action give Alvina D10 inspiration
Oh, thank you kindly.
because steering is quite important at the minute.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
And he's going to hold a what level spell is that? A 5th level spell.
Also, if anyone could get the tail rotor working again, I'd very much appreciate it. It's kind of hard to steer without it. I'm managing, but
I'll get back on
I
fixing
mean,
next
you're
turn.
strong enough
Yeah.
to like counter it.
Alvina's
As
actually
soon as
just
it gets-
actively skilling it. This.
Yeah. So the range of that spell is 120 foot. So as soon as it gets within 120 foot, fuck you will be blasting or trying to blast this
Phoenix.
thing.
Okay.
Just found how hilariously funny it is. Just realizing Alvina is successfully piloting a helicopter through a cave system without a tail.
There's
Damn,
a tail. It's just heavily
it
damaged.
just doesn't work properly.
Zormir, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Did Alvina spot any more?
They
Yeah,
did
then
not.
I
There's
spotted-
nothing significantly weak. They did eventually spot a dead end all the way at the
Yeah.
other end of the map. That the DM had forgotten to put in.
Okay. I'm guessing I will keep an eye out for something that I could cause to destroy an obscure path.
Okay.
Or more stalactites to try and use the same. Well, actually, I
Same
don't think
trick.
the same tactic. It's gonna work a second time.
Hey, here's the bit. It's a small cave system. This is the one of the few times it might work repeatedly.
Yeah.
That, and it's got, don't forget, it's got an intelligence lower than Alvina as well, so it might work again.
Mhm.
Because I can cast Shatter as well.
So can I.
You'll keep an eye out for that, but you'll probably have to turn the corner to find more areas first. Alrighty then. Would you like to hold any spells of shower, or are you just gonna wait until we see something and then plan something next round? To be fair, you're unlikely to get anywhere new anyway in the next round.
Yeah, Alvin will get
'Cause you're going
eyes.
straight.
Alvina's gonna get eyes down here next round, but that's about it, I think. Because he's just barely gonna turn that corner.
Right then. The point is your turn then. What would you like to do?
I'd like to cast Mending on the
Chopper.
helicopter.
I'm the chopper.
You know what? We'll say you could even for every level you cast, I'll let you add a die.
Okay. How many hit points are we down at the moment?
A lot.
You had 150, you're down to 83.
Oof,
So 70.
okay.
Oh, you're actually bloody. Huh.
Not anymore.
Okay, so I'll upcast it to level 3 then.
Yeah, so it's an extra 4 dice.
4.
Oh, it's extra 3 dice. You're right.
Yeah. So,
It's fine.
Alright, it's 5 whole dice.
there we go.
Hell yeah.
26 heals.
26. Alright, and that brings you back over 100, so 2/3 health. So I'll say that fixes the rotors with that.
Yay, means I get
Nice.
advantage on the piloting now.
Okay.
Thank you,
And,
Destiny. This is real come in handy, this boon.
Yep. Yep. Let's see.
Alrighty then.
I will also give Alvina a
Ah,
inspiration.
thank you. Oh, Levitic
Time
inspiration.
for the Phoenix to start getting back up. It attempts to get back up. What was the range I was looking for? 120, right?
120
120,
was
yeah.
something triggers.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so just as it gets into that 4th block, it comes around the corner, you have line of sight, and you have 120 foot. So your reaction is procced. Fuck you.
For a synaptic shock,
Turn off
it
its
needs to make a
brain.
DC 18 intelligence save.
Turn off its brain.
Yeah.
Synaptic shock. You mean synaptic static?
Synaptic static, yeah.
Synaptic static, yeah.
What was this? Wisdom?
Intelligence.
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 It's not very
That's
bright
okay.
on account of being a bird made of
Yeah, that's a
fire.
-4. Yeah, it fails.
Okay.
Even
Roll, rolls like. Oh, it's already rolled psychic damage. What's that?
Yeah,
23.
so it take the full 23, and it also now has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts that roll from its attack and ability checks,
Well,
as well as its con save to maintain concentration.
Yeah, it doesn't concentrate.
It's a bird.
Alrighty.
It can make an intelligence save at the end of each of its turn to end the effect.
It needs to nat 20 to make it.
Yep. Only, even then.
Entertainingly enough, Alvina also requires a nat 20 to make that.
Ah, so you found Alvina's weakness.
Everyone already knows that's
We knew
Alvina's
that.
weakness.
Thinking.
Arr.
I'm just
Brain.
gonna leave it there for now.
Yeah.
It gets hit by synaptic static. It's too confused to keep going forward. For now, Lou Grimm, it's your turn.
Uh,
It's exactly 120 feet away from you. What would you like to do?
Shoot it again. What you got? What you got, Lou?
I was hoping it was going to get further than that, but
You guys keep stopping it from moving.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep it away from us. I'll get closer.
yeah, I know.
You can
So
potentially hold your reaction if you want to cast a higher level spell once it gets within range of you.
no, it's fine. I'll just fire another chromatic orb at level 2 left hand. Ooh, 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, 14 just misses.
Have you used your dice for the extra
Oh shit! I forgot about
D8.
that.
I can throw it in if you need.
It's with the extra dice.
It was a
You
D8, wasn't it?
It's got one. You missed it by one. I've got a feeling.
yeah, it's got an AC 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just double checking it was a D8.
Hey,
Oh,
it really hit.
showing off.
See, I'm angry now.
Style points.
He sees the orb swaying off course and then just goes, nope.
No. Quick. It's at the side of the head.
Gwent, your turn. What would you like to do?
I will hold a 4th level spell until it gets within 60 feet of us.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll just move it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As it continues flying after
Maybe a
you.
bit down here that I'll be able to see. If I consider on that corner, because there's a line. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, it doubles back on itself.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Your
It's
somatic
still going
static
straight ahead.
seems to have temporarily dazed it, so it's still not caught up with you yet. What would you like to do? You're on up, of course. Oh wow, not even concentration. Damn.
Nope.
Could we distract it and hide somehow?
We've already missed the hiding spot.
Yeah.
We've got one bit though. If we can get to here, it's gonna have a harder time. It is fire, so I think it'll be able to go through it, but
But it's possible it'll be restrained or not quite restrained, but
Squeezing.
squashed while doing it. Yeah.
might slow it down a bit.
Checking the range of all my other spells. Somatic Static is my longest range spell.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. There's no point in using that just yet.
You could save him. We might not have another long rest for a little bit.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Alvina, go ahead and give me your acrobatics check, or sleight of hand as you're steering. Are you wanting to go straight ahead or make a U-turn?
She's gonna make some turns to basically go that route, essentially. Turn and then turn again. So she's going to here, basically.
Cool. I'll also just kind of reel that.
25.
yes.
Yeah, I'll just hold a action to within 60 foot again, and bonus action. Have you used my D10?
I have not yet.
No.
I haven't. I'm saving him for when I roll real bad.
Yeah.
Because I think I might need these. I'm currently rolling quite good. So.
I'm gonna give my bardic to Lou because they tend to keep using attack spells against it as well.
Good call.
Cheers.
Lou is
Zormir, your turn. What would you like to do?
Lou is our shooter, on account of being a sorcerer in a ranged combat situation.
Who knew?
How far back is it?
160?
100.
100.
Is it?
Alright.
It's more than that.
Oh god, I can't times it by 2 again. It's times by 350.
Yeah, but it's more than.
Alright.
For some reason I just doubled the squares instead of tripling them. I don't know why.
I don't know. It happens.
Is
It's a
there
Friday.
anything, any other rocks or anything formation-wise that I could dislodge?
Not yet. There's a lot of like loose rocks, but nothing like large overhanging just yet. This area is pretty barren. You're gonna have to wait until you get to one of the other areas.
Okay.
You got to wait till Albina Beyonce's this.
She's currently
I'm
doing
gonna
fancy
do some-
flying.
I'm gonna do something probably
Dumb.
weird with. I'm gonna spend my destiny.
Ooh.
Okay.
I wanna try and channel my mirror image into the actual copter and split off into different copies.
Oh,
Okay.
I get that.
I'll allow it.
That's cool. It's also muddled brain, so it might have a hard time figuring which
Yeah.
one's which. That's really cool. I like that.
I'm guessing it'll be reduced amount of.
It'd be
Oh,
one.
yeah.
It'd probably be one
Or-
because it's big, but it's something.
That's
And
a
it's
lot
all-
of images.
That's fine. There you go. There's 3.
Yay!
Alright.
One right at it, one this way and one that way. We're going through this one.
Unfortunately, I mean, going by the wording of the spell, they all stay together.
Ace Destiny, I don't know how it's working.
Let's find out there. Is that you, Stormer?
Yeah, I'm you. My destiny and concentrating on splitting this spell, so I'll probably be stuck to the floor going.
Mind.
Alright, the point.
Okay, more mending.
Yes.
Nice, yeah, I gotta find the original one now.
So I'm the only one who can do this. So.
Top left.
To be fair, they all have the exact same stats.
I think it's this one.
Yeah.
It's this one, because this one's got the health.
They've all got it.
Oh, they actually, damn it! I still think it's that one.
Less good roll.
What's that, 10?
It is.
10, yeah.
It is that one.
And don't really have anything else I can do with my bonus action. It's command things that I already have. So
Throw a rock at it.
You can update all of them. Alrighty
you
then.
could also
Get your
give,
slingshot out.
Yeah, you could also give Lou a Bardic spell as well.
yeah, one more Bardic spell for Lou. I'm not gonna have any left if we don't get a rest off this. But
So, what's
Yeah,
that
who's
one
who's triggering for when the Phoenix gets close?
Me.
Gwen.
And me.
You go first.
What are you doing?
Banishment.
Oh yeah, it's an elemental. It's an elemental.
yeah,
Because I was going to turn it into a rabbit again.
Oh, does a rabbit have
It changes the saves actually. I don't know if it's better. It might be better as a rabbit.
Might be better.
Is a rabbit more charismatic than a phoenix? Is a question I didn't want to
Probably
ask.
not.
probably. As yeah, a rabbit is probably less charismatic than a phoenix.
It might be more
Yeah.
because it's an elemental, isn't it? It's not the creature version. It's the elemental version.
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, they'll have very good wisdom. Like both will have good wisdom, but charisma's not gonna be a good stat either way.
Yeah.
Flip a coin.
I-
Who or see?
I mean,
Yeah.
who's
Go
dex?
first.
Who's got the
There
higher
doesn't
dex?
appear, there doesn't appear to be a like rabbit creature, like thing that you can summon. I mean, high what? Sorry.
Rabbit 5e creature. I found a stat block for one. -4 charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try and
I think
rabbit it.
yeah, I think rabbit first then.
That wisdom first
so-
then?
Wisdom 15, yeah.
19?
Oh,
Ah.
no bunnies.
I remember this. You tried.
Even with muddled brain.
Ooh,
I also had the
yay.
D8 to it. Would have lost 4 on the 19 to bring it down
And
to a
you're
15.
also, wait, no, so hang on. Does Static Static do saves as well?
Oh, it doesn't actually.
No, it doesn't do saves.
Um,
Just everything
but
else.
ignore my D8 because you're right. It doesn't actually do saves. So it is a 19. However,
It
Phoenix
does-
has a -5 on its charisma.
Even so, it turns out rabbits are more charismatic than giant firebirds. Who'd have thought? That are filled with
Things to know
uranium.
for later.
That are filled with.
Yeah.
Somewhere in
Oh,
the
God, I-
Invisible now.
A couple of years ago, I did a calculation. No. Oh, sorry. So a couple of years ago, I did a calculation of which D&D monster is the most himbo-ish. Well, like low intelligence, high charisma, good alignment, etc. And the Elder Elementals came out on top.
Yep.
So somewhere in the past.
These, I think, are the. I don't think. I'm not sure if that was the elder. It might have been the greater elemental.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Great Elemental.
Because there is an elder elemental as well, which is big.
The
but I
ones
think
like the Leviathan or the Zaratan.
I think that one for the Phoenix, for the one is it's a fire. I think it's actually a fire reptile, the biggest
Okay.
elemental.
Who knows? What matters though is it did an 11 on the save and it is out of here.
Gone.
We have a minute. Leg it.
Yep. Alvina stepping on the accelerator, doing all the fancy flying. She is going to cut down
Yeah.
this one.
Saw me. Leave one of your copies just here in case it comes back. It distracts it.
Wee, because it's just funny having all the helicopters flying away.
So somewhere in the past, one of your rabbits is very proud that feels more charismatic than a phoenix.
Alvina, go ahead and give me like 3 more flying checks.
Okay.
And
That's the one that's gonna do the most breeding.
23.
Oh, you're able to make that tight squeeze. In theory, you can also heal up the helicopter a little bit, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much right now.
19.
You're also trying to go. You already know you need to go east.
Yeah, we don't need to go that way.
To be fair, this isn't. This is actually it's just like a straight line. This is what happens when the DM just quickly throws together a map. There's no twisty turny parts.
Turns out, Alvina, very good pilot.
We've learned. All right, that's gonna win the encounter.
Yeah.
Hey.
As you successfully navigate your way through the twisting caverns, there's a couple close calls where you skipped against the walls, but turns out Alvina's just really competent flyer, as they're able to make these incredibly tight turns with just their heightened senses, ridiculous sight length.
And natural
Just
athletics.
with a damaged ship.
Yeah.
A damaged ship that is very quickly getting healed. Now that you've gone it over 100, I'm just assuming the point using their cantrip, heal, mend, to bring it back up to full. As you return to the other side of the block passage, and are able to continue your way on. Luckily, you only rolled one on those 4 dice. Everyone else got 6.
Yeah.
Is anyone actually injured?
I'm a little bit.
I've lost 4 health.
Fuck you,
I
Ez.
got injured.
I'm down 19.
I'm
still, I
Bang.
think, I'm
2
pretty,
healing words into everybody.
I'm pretty sure I still have higher health than anybody else, even with taking 19.
Cheers.
20.
I was at 114 health after taking all that damage.
Is that everyone or just?
That's everybody.
Yeah, it's a mass healing word.
All right. So how much?
And,
Oh,
21.
21. It healed me up, and I'd
21.
taken the. It healed me up, and I think I'd taken the most damage. So I think everyone's at full.
I've got 2 more of them left in case we need it for later.
Can we have a short rest in the helicopter on the way back? On the way we keep going, or
Yeah, there's no other counter. And you can also rest for a little bit once you get there and kind of look around anyway.
I get my 2 abilities that I used back.
Yay.
All right.
Short rest not going to do anything for me healing wise. I don't think I've used.
I don't think I have anything that comes back on a short rest, but I'm going to try it anyway.
You should get some of your bardic inspos back, I think, now. Or was that
Okay.
long
The
rest now?
ship.
Oh yeah, Bardic inspo's per short rest, so
Yeah.
yeah, my inspo's back. She's
All right, where would you?
Object.
Who knows? Where would you like to land down the copter? You can kind of take a flyover. You don't see any dragon here, but you do still see the temporal tears here.
Do I see any dragon marks?
Yes.
The dragon
From
claws are still around. Okay.
Yep.
Do we see Fabio's shop?
I mean,
You did. It seems to be one of the few areas still intact.
we can land there if you
I
like.
would like to be dropped down there, if you please.
I'm fine landing there. That was here, right?
Yes, let's go and check
No,
that out
it's the
first.
greenhouse over here.
Oh, it's a greenhouse. Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Yep. Alvina, give me a nature check with advantage to as you kind of analyze the dragon marks from above.
Yay. I need that advantage, probably. Nope. Well,
Well, you did.
it was the first roll, so it didn't matter. But yeah.
They're dragon marks. No other additional information to be gleaned from that.
Or the information I currently have on the dragon marks is basically what I get.
Yeah, no new information.
Yeah.
But you come landing down amongst some of the explosions and beneath one of the tears as you arrive at Fabio's shop. It appears to still be intact. Some of the flowers have wilted. Some of the kind of moss has overgrown broken windows, just kind of feeding off the heat from the lava pool right next door to it. But otherwise, it doesn't actually look to have sustained too much damage. Just natural wear and tear from the aging, and the plant's overgrowing slightly.
I will try to salvage your lettuce.
Can I make a perception check for a certain hidden entrance?
I know what you're looking for. I knew why you were going back here.
Since you already know where the entrance is, you automatically succeed.
Okay. Does it look accessible or?
There's some
quite-
large vines kind of crisscrossing the central visitor area where the motif is inscribed into the floor. But if you spend some time removing that, particularly if you have any large cutting tools, that shouldn't be a problem.
I am happy to provide gardening shears if you need them removing, if you're willing to tell me. I do not ask questions.
Right. Fuck you. Would you like to go back onto the copter for a while?
I knew where you were going.
The point.
Okay.
That's a good shout, actually.
And the point. Could you please look after him and make sure he doesn't come out? Distract him.
I can try.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get Zormir and Alvina over to the side.
Yes.
I am breaking a very important confidence because I think it might help us.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
once we do what we're going to do, I want you to forget about it.
You got it.
I don't have any spells for that, but
I've got something for it, don't worry.
I'm more looking for you to control, and I head nod towards Alvina.
Hey, you said it's breaking confidence, but it might actually help. I got you on this one.
okay.
Potentially.
Hey,
I will take
Already-
this as a
already-
therapy session and not discuss Clyde
Or-
food information.
already forgotten. It's not edible, is it?
I'm going to point out to Alvina where the actual entranceway is. I need you to open this.
Okay. Do you want it to be intact?
The less damage falling downwards, the better.
Oh, okay. So Alvina's gonna go and just drop. You're pointing like a section of floor with covered in vines, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna start just ripping up chunks of it, and in any parts that take a bit of effort, she's gonna like bring out one of her multiple swords, just like sink, and just clear.
Okay,
it
go
out.
ahead and give me a just a strength check. See how long it takes you.
Yep.
Can everyone else give me a
18.
perception check?
18.
Everyone who is not Alvina.
Including those of us who are distracting the.
So
Give me yours at disadvantage, just because you're looking in the opposite direction. I'm
Triffids.
still
gonna use
vaguely aware
my-
of your situation.
Triffids.
inspiration to roll better. That's better.
No, at disadvantage.
Is it a bad one? It was the first roll anyway. Point. It's fine.
Okay.
The first roll was the bad one.
To those who got above, to be fair, 15 is fine. You just kind of, well, you might not actually glance the first one. The rest of them can glance the first one, and you can glance the second one. As presumably you hear the sound of Alvina, because it's not going to be a soundless process, hacking away, especially when they start to get to the actual floor itself. As you hear that first ringing out of Alvina beginning their work, some of you with the highest perception checks noticed a small purple tear materialize in the air above the greenhouse.
Ah.
I didn't know
Oh,
it.
god damn it.
As they hit again, the tear widens.
Stop. Point up. Huh?
There's a
Put me back
tear.
up. Put me back up.
Yes? What about it?
You hit it, it comes.
So
So-
don't go
Okay.
into the secret lair?
Essentially, the point. Do you have anything to move stone?
How thick is the stone?
I have no idea. Well,
It was
I would have
very.
an idea. How?
From memory of it, I think it was very.
Yes.
I've got
Chunky.
pass wall. It can get through 20 feet of stone.
Yeah, like it wasn't 20 feet big.
wasn't 20
it's not,
foot thick.
It's still like they're at the. To be fair, it's like a bulkhead over some stairs down. So if you're and it does appear to be made of stone itself. It wasn't like it was
Pass
like a
wall would
metal
work.
floor. So yeah, pass wall would work. At least to get you to the stairway.
Also,
Yeah.
question, Gwen, with your 29, did he
Yes.
does he notice if it was getting wider when I hit the ground or hit the vines? He got 29. So
Either both.
both, cool.
Both is good.
Both is good.
No, both is bad.
That's good.
All right. The point. Do you begin casting your spell?
Yes, as I'm going, I'm just going to scope where the melody plant would be. I'm not going to go over and investigate yet, just so that if we have to run away quickly, I can go and grab it as we go.
It's something like the singing light bulb.
Oh, yeah, is the plant still there?
Was that the back of the shop
If
for
it's
that
still
one?
It was in a little like area,
Yeah.
a bit of an alcove.
It wasn't hidden away.
It survived. That's fine.
Hey,
It survived, but it's not looking that great because it does actually require special ingredients, unlike the rest that are just speeding on the soil.
Okay, well, I'll note it's there and be ready to pick it up on the way out.
It appears to be in a sleeping dormant state because it's actually quite resilient. It would just kind
That's
of
fine.
go into itself.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, let's go and pass the wall in.
Okay, as you cast your spell and the rock begins to move, there is a large tearing sound above you.
stop point.
It doesn't move, it just makes a hole in it.
Wait, as the hole appears, as you
Okay.
complete the spell,
Okay, so it isn't just move the rock over to tear, it is literally if you go in here.
there appears to be some correlation. You're not sure why. That you are somehow creating one of these tears. And as
Okay.
this tear expands and rips along the sky, the stairway now visible, you can even feel a light energy rising from it, something mystical, something incredibly powerful coming from from the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
The
I knew
tear
we shouldn't have trusted Fabio.
the tear begins finishes ripping apart, and I need all of you to make me a what is it, wisdom saving throw? Nope, just
Oh,
roll a
this again.
d20. All of you roll d20.
Oh no.
Oh, don't knock me back in time. I'm so close.
I think it's the age one
Four!
rather than 19.
Did I see 21? Oh, 2. Jeez. I
Point
just got
got
a quick glimpse of it.
Zomir and point are gone. I think it was roll high.
Anything above 11 or higher
Yeah.
vanishes.
Oops.
So
True to my word.
You are
Flip
a
you the point as
fixed
Zormir
point in
disappear.
time.
Well, I'm taking my duty of distracting fuck you very seriously.
You changed dimensions with. Okay. So Gwen.
We'll come back to the rest of the vanished
It's
party in a
actually
second.
perfect for Zormir.
So
since
Gwen-
he missed all of that.
I'm
Oh,
assuming.
the point's also gone, so Lou's also gone with them.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
You're going back to the past for the first time.
Actually, would Lou come with me, or would just the puzzle box fall to the ground?
Oh, that's fair
No,
point.
they've come with you.
Okay.
Technically, they're immune from the effect right now because they're in an interdimensional space.
He's just screaming. He's just
I wonder what happened
screaming.
if I leave the puzzle box in the past.
Don't ask. Don't ask
I
that.
wouldn't.
That's
I
bad. That's bad.
You should do it. You should try it. See what happens.
We're gonna lose.
Butterfly
We're
effect
gonna
here.
lose. We're gonna lose Lou. Is I think what's gonna happen. So Gwen,
Yeah.
do you require help going down there?
Is it just Gwen Alvina left?
Yes,
Yes.
Oh
I mean, should have been Lou.
but you don't have a body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
No, you can come down. I might need help
Okay.
picking.
All right. What the hell is down here?
So, Fabio kind of showed me something down here, which would have taken a couple of years to grow. And since we are more than a couple of years, I figure they might survive.
Okay.
And as we go down, how does it look?
As you step down the staircase, you can feel the energy washing over you. It's almost like a healing, serene effect. And as you come to the bottom, you can see that the place is overgrown with leaves, and in the center, beautiful in its magnificence, is a fully grown flower of true resurrection.
Okay. So, it did survive. Good.
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
It's a flower.
It's a plant.
Hey, Lou, we made your body back.
That is a very pretty flower.
It's
No,
a
if
very
the
pretty
point's not
flower.
there.
When allows it.
I'm going to go see if, how, is it in a pot? Can we take the pot? Is it grown in the ground?
So it is outgrown its pot. You can see that its roots are tangling around the podium that it was growing on, seemingly feeding on whatever energy source is lighting up the world lighting up. It's actually the lights in the room are no longer glowing. They have been drained entirely at this point, and the planet itself is giving off this soft golden white glow to it. It is this beautiful, large, a little bit larger than your hand. It's quite a large plant with these beautiful, pristine white petals with little drops of blood and a golden center with little stalks coming up with these golden honey-like pollen.
Oh, it's like a lily.
Okay. Yes.
Very nice.
I'm going to try and,
Could
in
you
the
take a
gentlest way
cutting?
possible. Well, I think I'm going to try and take the whole thing.
Do you have herbology tool proficiency? In herbology?
I did not even know that was a thing.
There is herbalism kit.
So,
Yeah. So.
no.
Do you have any knowledge, or do you believe you would have any knowledge for how to look after a plant of true resurrection?
I do not. I wish I could say yes, but I do not.
All right, give me a nature check. It's going to be a fairly high DC. This is a very rare plant.
First-
Come on, Gwen. Nat 20.
Yeah. Well, first things first, I'm just going to cast borrowed knowledge on myself so I can give myself proficiency for nature. Because at least it gives me something better than one.
Can't you use that to give yourself proficiency in herbology kits?
I do not
Yeah.
believe
Skill.
so.
No, it's a
No,
skill.
Choose
Herbology
one
is a-
skill in which you lack
Yes.
proficiency.
Yeah,
Randy's
tools are
got it.
skills.
Oh, then fuck it, herbology kit then. What does that give? Give me that, baby.
It probably lowers
cool,
the
you
DC
automat-
more.
Well, you automatically know how to handle it. The next one is a physical check. You automatically pass the knowledge check because you are literally getting divine knowledge on how to do so. Which is very appropriate given this is one of the most holy plants in Alterra. So the next part is a intellects or dexterity sleight of hand check to actually extract the plant without damaging it.
Oh, it's just no good at any kind of intellect or sleight of
You
hand.
can also use your knowledge to help someone else perform the maneuver if you'd like.
Oh, in that case, we are going to ghost pottery scene with Alvina. This is what I need you to do.
Fair. I will point out, I also do not have sleight of hand, but I've got good dex. So...
It's better than what I've got, so we will do
And you have green fingers.
best. Before then, I'm going to cast Cat's Grace on you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So you've got advantage in
Right,
dex checks.
Yay! I was going to ask if I could get some contextual being a wood elf, know how to deal with plants thing, but thank you, that saves me the effort. Okay, so this is...
Very carefully, we're going to start to unwind these roots. Bit by bit, gentle.
15.
Have you used your bardics or your everything?
The bardics have definitely worn off by now. I don't know what about your hero die, though. How long does that last?
I do not know. Let's take a peek.
If it can last past a short rest, then yes.
It just says you can't use it again till you finished a short or long rest.
There you go.
Oh wait, after you use this trait, you can't use it again till you had a short rest. We've had a short rest. I'm gonna do it again then.
Okay.
Get a D8.
21.
21? Yeah, you're very competent that you know what you're doing.
Yay.
You appear to, as far as you're aware, who knows when it comes to plant, you haven't done anything obviously damaging to it, but you appear to have successfully extracted the plant. With your borrowed knowledge, you know how to preserve and store the plant. I actually don't know how the seeds work on this thing, so I'll get back to you on that later, but it doesn't really matter since it takes 100 years for it to grow anyway.
Yep.
But you successfully take it, and also with your knowledge, you know how to use a herbology kit in order to actually extract the essence of the plant to make a potion of true resurrection.
Hell yes. Also,
do I know how long that will take?
Let's say a week. Most plants require a week. I don't know, some sort of downtime.
It's a big potion.
Like, is it something I can use now and then just take the seeds? But no, yeah, I will store it for later then, for downtime, if there ever is downtime.
Hey, downtime is totally up to you guys. You can stay in the future and do downtime if you want. You just might not ever solve the problem.
Yeah, but there's dragons and shit in the future.
Yep.
There is dragon shit in the future. Speaking of which,
there are dragons in the past as well.
Also, is there? There's more of this plant just there around, right?
There are leaves about.
I'm basically just gonna take a few like bits and pieces just to have.
Okay.
Not like rip the full plant out, but have some bits and bobs, like some leaves.
Okay. Don't show the leaves to anyone.
Yep.
Anyone. Don't show.
Absolutely. Don't worry, I'm gonna eat these at some point.
As you are, you finally finish putting away the plant and storing it. You both hear a spine-chilling roar from above you.
Do you want to wait down here for a bit?
I mean, yes.
Checks for a sailor underneath where they already are.
Hey, here's the bit. We can't outrun it.
Yep.
we ain't
out. Fight it.
We can't run it, can't outfight it, and
Outburrow it.
And we'll come back to you two next week as we head back. As the rest of the party, which I don't have their minis for, materialize next to the shop, no longer with the helicopter.
Fabio's there.
As well as just other people. It seems to be a normal day. They're having some lovely lunch. Let's have a look. You, Zormir, I'm on the, and at the point.
I think I was with Alvina and that, so I'd be in.
Yeah, you were like you were like right next to her.
Then Zormir, you can be underground with a very young juvenile plant that has not fully come to its fruition.
We hadn't gotten there yet.
No,
we hadn't gotten there yet.
Down the stairs, I was just inside the.
Yeah, we hadn't gotten there yet.
Near the entrance before it opened.
Then you can just be in the thing for convenience. Like, I'll put Lou here technically.
Yeah.
Even though they're technically in a other dimension.
Lou is very confused now.
Fukyu, I'm
And
pretty sure you were
annoyed.
standing on or near the helicopter, it sounded like. Either way, the helicopter's gone reacted appropriately.
He dropped like 5 feet.
Ah, god damn it.
At the point,
Right.
Lou and Fukyu, what would you like to do?
We haven't had more than a few seconds before, so I'm going to rush and find Fabio as quickly as I can.
You just bolting away from the rest of your party, leaving them just, slightly confused as why you just silently bolted away.
I will yell, gonna find Fabio.
Also, Zorme's in
As
the
you rush
building,
in,
so he runs at
there is
them.
somebody coming out of it, just a lovely couple coming out of the garden. Give me an acrobatics check as you try to very quickly duck around them.
Okay, that's fine.
You do so with amazing grace as you come in, and Zormir is already kind of just startlingly looking around. You can spot Fabio all the way at the back of the garden, carrying to the radiant plant. Zormir, as you're kind of glancing around, taking in your scenery, the point has just dashed in. Zormir, what are you doing while in the few seconds before, well, half a second before the point barges in? What's going through your mind? This is the first time you've teleported back.
Yeah. I'm guessing if I would have spotted more people and Fabio, and if they've told me about how short a period it is, shout as much of the information of what's happening.
You're just
Alright.
you're just raving as far as everyone's
You begin shouting and raving as the point barges in, and also starts shouting and raving.
And basically drop the map of the damage, how the cove looks now.
Okay.
Basically scribbling as far as hasty as I see him screaming things in current state of mind. Or
Give me a sleight of hand check. Let's see how legible this is.
I know.
Let's see if you can quickly get the map out.
So sleight of hand.
Yeah, because you still have to go grab it. Maybe your hands fumble a bit in your rush.
I want to point out, this is the same day that Zorme was drunkenly raving about vampires in, the Capitol building.
And I'm gonna
You don't actually know that. You don't know how much time has passed in the past.
Yeah.
I assume it is, because it's funnier if it is.
I'm bumping it by 3 with
Gets arrested, again.
Unfortunately, it's not. As you'll quickly come to find, time is passing at the same rate in the future and the past, so it has been... I think you've had one long rest? Are you...
2 long rests. Oh. Hello?
Everybody else lost Chris.
Hey, did everyone notice this correction?
Okay.
Testing, back. Am I
Yeah.
back?
Oh, it was it was the whole server. I just saw a blip on my end.
Alright.
The same amount of time has passed in the past as it has in the future. So 2 long rests, so 2 days have passed.
Yep.
Um,
Damn. We didn't win the contest. As
Blue
the ser-
then. Fukyu, you're left alone.
You cut it again.
And
yeah.
again.
So,
Yeah,
so
but
the
it-
entire server did. It was the server again.
Yeah,
good to hear.
it cut out just as you started speaking there, Bob.
Alright.
The
I
first
said I'm
thing I
bumping
heard
it with
was
3.
Lou did something.
I'm bumping it with 3 with my flash as well.
Cool.
Oh, that's fine. It was already a success.
You already passed.
Yeah, it was like a DC 10 not to fumble.
Yeah. Was this statue still there in the future?
Might have been one of the explosions, maybe. I don't know. Let's go find out one second.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, there was.
Yes, there's just a massive tear above it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck you is thinking whether the future that we're keep blipping to is an actual future or if it's a different timeline. So he's gonna get his I believe he's got a dagger. Yeah, he's gonna get a dagger and essentially wedge it into a place that it's hard to get out of to see if when we blip back, if the dagger is still there, or
I thought you might would have carved something into the rock, because like the
Yeah,
dagger
he's
could
just
just
gonna-
move.
he's also going to put like an FU there as well, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Scratching
you do so.
like an FU into whatever the statue is made out of. If it's like a metal or something, it'd be easier.
If you
It'd
was
probably
here,
be stone.
maybe like granite. Granite's really easy to do.
But yeah,
Alright.
he's going to scratch in like FU and like ram the dagger in somewhere.
You do so.
You go right for a
All right.
vulnerable spot instinctively.
As you dash over, there's just like children and people on their like days off, just enjoying the park. As you just suddenly jump up on the statue
With
and
a
start
knife.
tearing into it with a knife, scratching into it. Zormir is quickly trying to get stuff out and throwing it on the floor, and is raving with the point.
And
And
this goblin trying to stab a statue.
yep, and time passes. A full second. A second. A third second. You don't return.
That is very funny.
Still
Hmm.
back here.
None of us
And-
return.
Eventually, once you've realized how many seconds have passed, seconds turn into a minute of silence as people are fucking staring at you weirdly. Like, what the hell is going on here?
This is very funny.
Like, hey, ignore the crazy goblin.
And cow, and dwarf, asterisk.
I mean, yeah, you guys are in the greenhouse with.
Yeah,
with
I'm
them
trying to go and say hello to
Fabio.
Fabio.
Fuck you. Fuck you is stabbing a statue, and Zormir is
Yeah.
ranting.
Well, I was ranting until Point bursts and starts ranting himself and scribbling stuff down.
Where's Fabio?
He's just like glancing
right there.
back, just staring at them, just very confused. But still a light smile on his face. His his abs still rippling in the glow.
His hair flowing in the wind.
Resist.
In the cave.
Resist.
Looks at
And
You keep
As
your
far as you know,
dirty
Gwent is
hands
gone.
off my Fabio.
I'm gonna turn around to Point and go, I thought you said this was. We only had seconds when this happened.
We did last time. Anyway, Fabio, don't know how long we've got. About 100 years in the future, Gwent is going to be trapped in your basement by a dragon. Anything you can do to help him, probably good.
You don't know about the dragon.
you don't actually know about that. The dragon doesn't show up till afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
About 100 years in the future, Gwent is going to be in your basement. Anything you can do to help, there is probably going to be a dragon.
That is a concerning thing to say to the guy courting Gwent. Gwent's courting him at the moment.
I mean, if anyone's going to
You're
help out,
asking him to
Okay,
wait a
so-
long time.
so if you, yeah, we've come back.
If you
We
wait,
have a way
he will
back.
come.
Actually, if you have anything like useful to Gwent, leave it down there. Otherwise, tell the feathers that we've been here. We're gonna go and try and find them. But if we pop back to the future before then, can you pass on the message?
Maybe
I
the
mean,
temporal
Field's dream
tear.
is appropriate.
Want to point out, Gwent,
If I had it,
Want to point out, Gwent,
Maybe.
I wasn't the one that dobbed you into Fabio.
Dobbed
Remember,
you in as
the
being
point's
in the
supposed
future.
to stay on the goddamn copter.
I think
mean-
I'm probably gonna hypothesize with Point. Maybe the tears aren't as strong further out.
Well, we're
Yeah,
having
that
this
means-
conversation. We're going to return temporarily to the future for Alvina
just
and
the sigh of, you'll just get the sigh of me realizing who the highest authority we know round here is. It's Norman.
No, it isn't. It's Norman's
Uh,
boss.
Oh,
it-
okay,
it-
yeah,
it's,
it's
not
the-
Norman. It is, however, the leader of the guards you pissed off.
Vanessa
Hey, she-
Steelhand.
She vaguely liked Alvina.
Not us.
Not the rest of us.
But you guys
Is
don't
she still
seem
a
to blink back.
captain, or did she get promoted?
She was a captain.
She'd still be a captain. It's only been a couple days.
It's been like a week.
She might have done good work.
But Alvina and Gwent, the dragon appears to be circling the district, the quarter, but doesn't seem to be leaving. How long would you? It's turned to minutes now. Nobody else has returned, which is very strange as well. But how long would you like to stay down in the basement?
How many rations we got?
I'll leave you a note of after a sleep I can make you food and water. Relax.
Sure. But Alvina, for story's sake, because eventually it goes quiet and you have to pop your head out to see if the dragon's still circling slightly further away.
Yeah.
Give me a history check.
I'm wonderful at this. 3.
Yep.
It's nothing. Nothing of any note.
I love that Alvina. It's. I have a -2, but I'm not even rolling well. Like it would be a fail without the negative.
Gwent, did you pop your head out?
Figures.
I can absolutely imagine Gwent might not focus. It's the problem.
I know.
Well, if you can tell me that the dragon's far enough away, like, it's like a mile that way, it's like, okay, that might be okay.
Yeah, I can see it's over there. I think is what Alvina would go. Is the problem.
How far is over there?
Ah,
Less than a mile.
I can see it.
That doesn't help. I've got freaky eyes.
I know.
Then give me a better clue than over there, like a house away?
A ways, across the lava moat.
At most
I'm
a
gonna-
mile, but further than 30 feet.
It's
I
gonna
will
settle
put my head
down
out as well.
and it's gonna start just like resting and snoring away on the other side of town.
It looks like he's asleep.
Quite giving you a history check.
It pokes a head out. I would get
There
3.
you
Thank
go.
you.
As you glance around the area, you notice something that wasn't there the 10 minutes ago you've been hiding in this cave. And you notice where once there used to be a decrepit, kind of grown moss over statue, a good chunk of the statue appears to have been torn out with a dragon claw.
Oh no.
As that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
I hate statues. Or moss.
Weird.
So, thank you all for
Oh,
watching.
God.
Thank you all for playing. I think the points realized something, but that's all right. Tune in next time as we do more Ruins of Bastion. Thank you all, and good night.
See ya.
Good
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I might
Maybe
have...
we are what happened.
I told you.
We're out on our own.
We're still on a mine. Ah, that was awesome. I think I also may have cottoned on. Oh dear. We are the problem. We are always the problem. Somehow, point, I still think it's going to be your fault.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That
Yeah.
checks out.
Is this Chris
it's
trying to get
shadow of
us
a
out
doubt.
of Bastion by making it more dangerous for us to stay here?
It might be. It
No,
might.
no, Chris is just playing 5D chess with himself. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, it's
Okay.
very fun. So that is all we got time for. This is great fun. I love that we literally had the point of Alvina the entire campaign has been talking. Just let me pilot. I'm a good pilot. I'm a good pilot. The one time she gets behind a wheel, really good pilot.
Yeah.
Turns out she wasn't talking shit.
Nobody believed.
Nobody believed her. Turns out, actually really good at flying.
It's a landing I'm worried about.
Hey, we landed. We landed in a
Safely
small
as
square.
It's a landing of the first time with my boat.
Hey, we landed and we didn't crash.
Much.
We didn't crash. Shame about the people underneath, but... But yeah, that's what we got time for this week. I'm going to be back on Monday, and we've got... I don't believe anyone's out on Alterra next week, so we're good, right? We still play more? Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
So yeah, have a fantastic week. I want to play more, damn it. Most of my games got, taken off for a week, so... So yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Keep living you guys. All the best on Twitch. Thank you, Chris, for DMing. Thank you for playing. Good night!
Bye.
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 Wait.